Deutsch. Deutsch at the 1 into the end zone. Field play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40, to the 50, to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going.
Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting's still on his feet. Fetting's gone.
Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick, he'll take it back, and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey, he thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got...
The middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle, 40, 30, he's loose, 20, 10, touchdowns.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Tuesday evening to those tuning in multiple ways, whether it be on yourliveevent.com as we're broadcasting live or on the old terrestrial radio, that being KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1. We open up high school football postseason action tonight. Paul Volt joined alongside with my color man Lance Bauman tonight. It is Section 7 of 3A football tonight here from Veterans Field as the Aitkin Gobblers, the number 3 seed in the section, take on the number 6 seeded Rock Ridge Wolverines. First time that we've got to see Rock Ridge in their second season after co-oping together, combining the programs of Evelyn Gilbert and also of Virginia as well, coming into one program the last 2 seasons, of course, entering with a 1-7 regular season record. Aitkin finishes with 5-3. But you can throw the records completely out of anybody's mind here. It's everybody's 0-0 at this point. It's postseason football, Lance, and well, this certainly be a good start to the postseason for both teams here this evening.
Again, very much so. Just like you said, everybody's 0-0, and it's everyone for themselves as they get into the finals here. Gobblers are really on a good streak right now after having 3 in a row losses, coming out with a big win over Hibbing here this last Friday night. They're really, really looking good as far as the structural offense and defense. Rockridge, I don't know a whole lot about them, but hopefully you have a great game tonight on beautiful weather here at Veterans Field.
Better than what you can expect at the end of October going into a new month that'll be coming up here next week. But obviously we're talking about this matchup with the Gobblers, of course, finishing last week, less than a week ago, with 52-0 victory over Hibbing. They got going in multiple ways. 4 touchdowns, 266 yards rushing-wise for Jacob Williams. He accounted for more than half of the total yards, 415 yards in total for the Gobblers. But you know what? It was just more about coming out with the feeling and the knowledge of, obviously, they knew that they were going to have to come out and set the tone early in that contest. And, well, for lack of a better term, they certainly did.
They did, for sure. You know, their offense was awesome. The front line did a great job pulling and blocking and doing some traps and whatnot. They did a good job lead blocking. Jacob had a couple good long runs. Also did Alex Palm and a couple of others. It was really good to see them just do it Aitkin style. Just got up there and dictated both offense and defense.
Gobblers did finish off the regular season after starting 4-0, winning one of their last 3 games as well, including 3 straight losses after starting off the year 4-0. But 5-3, obviously 3-1 in Section 7 3A. On the other side for Rock Ridge, well, they started off their season with a regular season win against Herman. I should say they started off the season with a win against Northwoods, and after that, 7 straight losses for the likes of Rock Ridge. Starting off the season with a win against Northwoods. I mean, they play a very 4A heavy schedule. They've got, teams like North Branch, Duluth East, Grand Rapids. Finished off the regular season with Hermantown, a 30-8 loss in that contest. But, they do get a couple sectional matchups as well. They did lose to Two Harbors. That was the only game that, really could study from. 36-18, they lose to, Rock Ridge. But, if you can get some film on what a team's going to be doing from that early in the season to now, it's a little bit of a competitive advantage, but you at least can see what they're going to be looking at on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. Again, everybody's 0-0, so it doesn't really matter who's playing what now. Again, you work on your plays, you work on your scouting, and scouting is a whole different way of getting stuff done now these days with all the stuff online and videos, and you can really study other teams in high school aspects. But with that said, again, the Gobblers came out with a couple different looks again last week. We'll hopefully see that again this week. And again, you can't take anything away from a 1-7 team because you never know what could happen tonight.
Much more coming up here on the pregame show. Of course, we got an interview with Coach Alan Hills that'll be coming up a little bit later. But we'll take a break. We'll check in with our out-of-town scoreboard, how the section is going to be shaping up tonight and going into the rest of the season as well. It's postseason high school football right here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. For those also tuning in online, you're tuning in as well at yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
My name is...
Welcome back here this evening to yourliveevent.com. For those also tuning in on KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, The Gobbler, and also with our audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman joining here tonight. The Aitkin Gobblers take on the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Section 7 at 3A football does open up tonight. Of course, we're going to be keeping our eye on one other game. The winner of this contest will go on to take the winner of number 2 seeded Pequot Lakes against number 7 seed, that being Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin. That game is actually over on Talk 100 KLKS and also at rjbroadcasting.com. So we'll be getting scores throughout the evening of that contest, which will be, a matchup of the Gobblers win tonight. Pequot Lakes loses. The host here coming up on Saturday. But if Aitkin wins, Pequot Lakes wins, then the Gobblers will make the trip over to Pequot Lakes coming up on Saturday. But got to focus on this matchup here tonight as well. Taking a look here at the rest of our out-of-town scoreboard tonight, of course, we do have in Section 6A, Walker, Hackensack, Akeley at Pine River Bacchus on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com. And also number 6 it should be in 6-2A tonight. Number 5 seeded Pillager takes on West Central Area Ashby on Cash 95.9 at 3WI-FM. And, of course, with the rest of our out-of-town scoreboard does include in Section 7 3A, of course, this side of the bracket, of course, Pequot Lakes, Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin, and, of course, Aitkin taking on Rock Ridge. The winners of those two games will play on Saturday. It looks like at 2 o'clock it will be in the afternoon, while the other side of the bracket, little bit more top-heavy, if you will. Top-seeded Esco taking on number 8-seeded Hibbing, and then the 4 versus 5 matchup will have 2 Harbors taking on a Proctor High School as well. So we'll definitely keep our eye on the bracket and the schedule for that for Section 7 3A. But as we inch closer, a little bit closer towards kickoff here tonight, Lance, earlier start here tonight. Weather just about as perfect as you can get for the end of October, but it's still good, solid football weather tonight.
It is. It'll be fast, no wind tonight, which is really, really nice. The grass looks good, and it's dry.
Yes.
The Gobblers played the last 3 games on turf, And it was a little bit different for them doing that. So they're happy to be on their home field tonight, and their footing's going to be really good.
In the last couple of weeks as well, coming into that regular season finale, too, obviously the 3-game losing streak. Of course, you lose Zach Enstrom at the start, but then some guys are starting to, fall with them as well. I know that Jacob Williams got hurt early first quarter, barely even the first quarter against Esco as well. Alex Palm, Walker Jones as well. They were pretty much out midway through the third quarter of that contest too, so that allowed them to maybe rest up a little bit, but then they started to get even, reintegrated a little bit and, an opportunity to get healthy, because as we go here to start the postseason, those kids are going to be leaned on quite heavily for this rushing attack.
Yep, for sure. And then in those same instances, the backups, the plus ones for the Gobblers really have to be on their toes, because you never know what could happen. But again, everybody's pretty much rested up and back to playing tonight, except for our quarterback, Zach Enstrom. With that said, our backup quarterback has been doing a phenomenal job for stepping up and really, taking the hikes and doing a good job.
Yeah, Braden Smith, of course, stepping up in his sophomore season as well. I know that at least in the 4 seasons that I've been here, we've seen a new starting quarterback every season, except for this year when it's been Zach now into his second year starting. Now we see Braden Smith. He's been in there a few times, in the last couple of minutes of some quarters in the last year plus, but obviously getting very, very important, experience on the field. And now in just his sophomore season already has started half a season for the Gobblers.
Yeah, and doing relatively well. I'm pretty proud of it. He's got a good, accurate arm, and pretty smart, and has done a really good job. I can't complain by no means.
Talking about also, too, Lance, with the depth here as well, we've seen the amount of depth that this Aitkin Gobbler team has had over the years. Because let's talk about last year, because, Jacob Williams was getting snaps in very crucial games. He was a big factor in the Greenway game in I think it was the quarterfinal, semifinal matchup right here at Veterans Field. And he ultimately, came in a crucial situation, taking over for Gus Sanford, who was still dealing with some injuries too. And he ended up getting, right now, obviously, he's the number 1 rusher on this team. So experience has helped this team in many ways over the years.
Exactly. Again, the young kids, when you get the man-child like Jacob Williams that comes out and does a good job, steps it up. He's a good team leader. He does a good job communicating with the teammates and lead blocking. And it is pretty fun to watch him run as he waits for his blocks and looks farther down the field and stuff. And it's he's pretty impressive. Again, just a sophomore. He's got a couple more years ahead with us.
We look forward to that, but most importantly, we look forward to this matchup tonight as Aitkin Gobblers take on Rock Ridge. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. Of course, we've got a conversation with Coach Alan Hills coming up, talking about, of course, the end of the regular season, getting some time to rest up before this matchup against Rock Ridge here this evening. We'll take a break. The Gobblers take on Rock Ridge at Section 7 3A football on the Gobbler, as well as online at yourliveevent.com.
Based in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight here on KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. And for those also tuning in with the video stream at yourliveevent.com, we open up Section 7-3A quarterfinal football tonight as the Aitkin Gobblers take on the Rock Ridge Wolverines, a 6-versus-3 matchup, with your Aitkin Gobblers being the number 3 seed, as we welcome in head coach for Aitkin Gobblers, Coach Alan Hills, here on the pregame show. Coach, as always, thanks so much for coming into tonight's contest.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
We certainly appreciate your time, Coach, especially finishing off the regular season with a nice 52-0 victory against Hibbing as well. I didn't have the opportunity to make it up to Hibbing last Wednesday. A little bit of time and obviously time to rest and recuperate. But looking back at that contest and looking at maybe just some of the numbers from the outside perspective, seemed things kind of came back all together all at the right time. What did you think about that performance from your team last week?
Yeah, the offensive line, from an offensive perspective, the offensive line did a fantastic job. They did a good job of sustaining blocks and staying low, and we're able to create some good running lanes for our backs. Jacob had a huge game. I think he was at 266 with 4 touchdowns, and Palm and Nissen both had nice games as well, and a couple big carries out of Kane Byrne as well. So, things were really rolling for us on that side of the ball, and if we can get things going like that, generally things go well for us.
And talking about too, obviously you throw out a few big names that were either injured or still on the lighter side. Jacob Williams, Alex Palm, especially from that ESCO game going into the game against Hibbing. A shorter week, time to rest and recuperate a little bit. And did they perform at the level that is usually expected when they had that time to rest a little bit?
Yeah, Jacob got knocked out of the ESCO game fairly early, so just 2 carries for him in that game. So it ended up being a break for him and back with fresh legs, and he's a problem, and he gets into space, and he found plenty of it. So we got a huge game from him, and as he goes, we go, kind of.
Coach, obviously, too, talking about with the performance on the offensive side, the defense was no slouch either. You're able to get, hold the team down. You get 4 turnovers against Hibbing, including one being an interception return for a touchdown from Hayden Workman, holding them to just a smaller amount of yards. I think it was almost a 3, if not 4-to-1 comparison yards to your team compared to Hibbing as well. How about the defensive side from this past week? What did you see from them?
Yeah, they did a great job. We gave them a new look that we hadn't showed yet, and the guys did a great job of being resilient with a couple of those guys out, and it's something that we may stick with from time to time as the season progresses. Those guys have been good all year, and just kind of finally came out and played a team that we were able to physically dominate, and they did a good job of staying gap sound and limiting them to little to nothing on almost every play. So, and anytime we can pick up points and not have to put the offense on the field, that, things generally are going to end up in your favor on those kind of nights.
Coach, obviously this past week with it being, the regular season wrapping up on a Wednesday, then you've got MEA break over the weekend as well. No school on Monday for Aitkin too, but how did things kind of work out wise, especially with the few days off from school, to allow for an opportunity maybe for some kids to get rested up and also getting ready for, obviously playoff football as well with this week of practice?
Yeah, we had film Thursday the day after, and then light practice on Friday, and then another practice again yesterday. But gave them the weekend to rest up, and it's win or go home time. So we are, we had a good practice yesterday, and hopefully we can carry some of the momentum that we built in that Hibbing game into tonight's contest against better than their record indicates, Rock Ridge.
Yeah, talking about the matchup you have against tonight with Rock Ridge, like you said, better than the record indicates. They're 1-7, but obviously at this point it's a win or go home situation. What have you seen, at least maybe getting an early look at what Rock Ridge didn't get a chance to face them in the regular season, but of course with the match of the two schools coming together for the past 2 years with Rock Ridge and Evelyn Gilbert, and also for the other program as well. What do you see here, at least from some of the film study or maybe some of the common opponents that have been through this year?
Yeah, they play a 4A heavy schedule, and we only have the Two Harbors film as a common opponent. Two Harbors came away with a fairly convincing win, but they didn't run them out of the field or anything like that. And that was a game that we played. It was a solid win for us up there at Two Harbors. But they're a solid football team. But for them to hang with a team like that, they clearly can do some things, and they're a physical team. They got decent size, and we're going to have to win at level 1 on both sides of the ball. If we can do that, things should end up being a good night for us tonight. But we certainly can't overlook anybody, and that's kind of been our focus for the week is don't let the record fool you that this is a solid football team. They can do some things, and they're going to try to play downhill, and they got a big running back, and they use him a lot, and that's kind of where they predicate their offense.
Coach, you talking about not overlooking your opponent here tonight, especially with Rockridge coming to Veterans Field, but as now for your team on the both sides of the ball, even special teams too. I know that there have been a fair amount of changes, obviously, with the second half of this season, but what's it going to take here for your team to get off to a good start tonight and push this needle a little bit with the Rockridge Wolverines coming to town?
Yeah, we got to establish the run. It's never any simpler than that for us. If we can establish our running game, get Jacob into some space and our other backs as well for that matter. But, you're going to see a heavier diet of Jacob tonight than you've seen all year. If we got some other wrinkles in, if we need to use them, we will. But we'd like to be able to stay on kind of our base stuff and control level 1 and then do the same on the opposite side of the ball. Stay lane sound, stay gap sound on defense, and do your job. The thing we preached last night and again on Friday was we don't need Superman. We need 11 guys to play together as one unit, and if we can do those things, I think we'll come out successful.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time for you to join us here on the pregame show. Look forward to talking to you after tonight's contest as well.
Yep, appreciate it, Paul.
Head coach for your Aitkin Gobblers, Alan Hills, joins us on the pregame show as the Gobblers take on the Rockridge Wolverines tonight to open up the Section 7 3A playoffs from Veterans Field tonight. It's the Wolverines and the Gobblers. We'll take a break. More with the pregame show coming up, leading off to kickoff as it is high school football on KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1, and with the video stream at yourliveevent.com.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Hi, this is Paul Peterson from Security State Bank in Oakley. Have you been dreaming of getting a new vehicle, recreational vehicle, or want to take a special vacation? Security State Bank can help. Our hometown service and experience can make your dreams a reality. For great rates and service that is second to none, talk to Wyatt or me today by stopping in or calling 218-796-5157. Security State Bank of Oakley, your hometown bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
When you need
real, hands-on, ready.
Welcome back to Veterans Field tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. This is also tuning in online at yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman on the call of our broadcast here tonight. Section 7 3A football as the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Rock Ridge Wolverines here this evening. As we get a look at our starting lineups for both teams tonight. Starting first with the visiting team, that will be Rock Ridge here this evening. I believe they will go with their starting offense here tonight, or at least getting a peek, and maybe their starting defense as the Gobblers decide to go with their starting offense here this evening as well. Starting first, it's going to be number 4, a defensive back at a senior. Griffin Krompotich will be starting here for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Number 15 is a linebacker and a sophomore, and Jake Neary. Number 17 is a linebacker and a junior, Ian Mikulich, while also seeing number 23, a linebacker, Ryan Mannanen. He is a senior. Also, number 36 is a defensive back, sophomore, Levi Flatley. Number 51 is a lineman, Noah Mitchell, who is a senior. Number 55 is a lineman as well, Ian Lukin. And also seeing number 56, a lineman in Jonah Looney, while number 64, a lineman in Keegan Comer, and also number 65, a linebacker, Will Kemp, for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Head coach for the Rock Ridge Wolverines is Matt Anderson here this evening. As we get a look here at the starting lineup for your Aitkin Gobblers tonight, starting to go with the starting offense here this evening. Wide receiver, a senior, wearing number 2 is John McGuire. quarterback, wearing at number 11. He's a junior, I should say, wearing number 10. That's Braden Smith. Well, on the line, a tackle, a senior, number 55, Blaze Sanford. Number 57 is a senior and a guard, and Landon Collar. Center is a senior, number 61, Ethan Coons, while a other guard is a senior, number 73, Martin Henke, and the other tackle is a senior, number 63, Craig Ashton. Running backs here tonight, a sophomore, number 7 in Jacob Williams, and also another running back in a senior, number 27, Tanner Nissen, and the other running back, a senior, Alex Palm, who wears number 15 for the Aitkin Gobblers. Lance Bauman, Paul Vold, Linfield Hines on the camera here tonight. And, of course, with this broadcast getting underway, lots of sponsors to thank, but we do have to give special recognition here tonight to a couple of our sponsors in Guide Point Pharmacy of Aitkin, Haskamp Brothers Well Drilling, and even the Tire Barn in Aitkin for allowing us to broadcast this football game here tonight. So the Gobblers will actually get the football to start tonight's broadcast, as it will be Rockridge that won the coin toss. They elected to defer to the second half, and Gobblers will get the opening possession here at Lance tonight. And I think the Gobblers will do a steady thing of doing one thing, giving Jacob Williams the football right out of the backfield.
You're probably right. But just to call a spade again, you never know what could happen. The Gobblers did a little bit of trickery the last couple games, doing a halfback pass, faking punts here and there. You never know what Coach Hills will have up his sleeve.
Call a spade. Sometimes you got to call them the whole deck of cards. That's what I like to throw out there every once in a while. But Gobblers will be wearing the home blacks tonight. Black jerseys, Aitkin going across the chest in white with red numbers, white trim, while the Rockridge Wolverines in their second season as a team will be in the road whites, black trim around their green numbers, solid black helmets with the shiny emblem on the side of the matte black helmets here tonight. As the stands slowly but surely start to fill in here tonight, of course, tuning in on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. Also those tuning online with the video stream at yourliveevent.com. We thank you so much for tuning into tonight's broadcast, as we are just moments away from the start of Section 7 3A football from getting underway here in Aitkin tonight. Winner of this contest will go on to take on a winner of one of our other broadcasts with homegrown local radio, Pequot Lakes and Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin. That over on Talk 100 KLKS. Winner of that game will be playing Saturday. That will be at a site to be determined at 2 o'clock. Again, the kickoff will be coming to the Gobblers here to start this broadcast here tonight. Doing the kicking duties, I believe, will be number 55, I believe that is. Or actually number 65 that is going to be kicking off. Will Kemp will kick things off for the Rockridge Wolverines. Again, the co-op program of Evelyn Gilbert, the Golden Bears, and the Virginia Blue Devils coming together starting last season. And now that's where we're at with Rockridge. You know that the Gobbler volleyball team will also be taking on Rockridge to open up Section 7 2A volleyball tomorrow night. We'll have that game right here on the Gobbler and also at yourliveevent.com. Gobblers will send out to the field Jacob Williams and Alex Palm to open up the kickoff here tonight, as the Gobblers will be defending the south end zone. They'll be working right to left on your radio dials and on your computer screens at yourliveevent.com and also at rjbroadcasting.com. As we await our kickoff from number 65 and Will Kemp for the Rockridge Wolverines. He signals that he is ready. Looks like he is going to straight toe it on with the left foot. It's a right-footed kick that will be fielded just inside the 35 by Hayden Workman, it looks like. And the Gobblers will be first down and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Hayden Workman fields the kickoff as one of the upmen for the Aitkin Gobblers. 3 seconds into our ball game here, and we are underway, led by junior quarterback, that being Braden Smith. He will take the field for the first time tonight with this offense. They'll have 3 running backs, including the likes of Jacob Williams, Alex Palm, and Tanner Nissen. Splitting that backfield, Palm will line up in the backfield as a fullback. Lone receiver split out to the right side, number 2, that is John McGuire, with Braden Smith under center. Smith will give handoff to Jacob Williams. First down. He's at the 45, slips on his way past the 45 up to about the 47 for a solid gain on first down of about, we'll say, 7 yards for Jacob Williams, and we are off and running here with 11:40 to go in quarter number 1. Gain of 7 on the play for Jacob Williams in his first carry tonight. Gobblers also tonight, if anything, they definitely want to control that line of scrimmage and keep that running game and keep that clock moving, limit the other team's possessions. We'll go handoff. Alex Palm running right up the middle, short gain, maybe about a yard, and put the ball down on the ground, and Palm is able to recover, make that Jacob Williams was able to recover that fumble that almost was taken away. And in fact, I think a loss on the carry, and that will go the wrong direction for Aitkin. Now setting up third down and about 5 yards to go, but the Gobblers do keep the football in their own hands. Second effort from Alex Palm almost yielded a dangerous opportunity for the Wolverines of Rock Ridge. Smith back under center, split backfield with Nissen and also Williams. We'll give handoff to Williams, bouncing right side. He's not going to get the first down, a gain of about maybe a solid yard, if not 2, and that will make it now fourth down and about 3.5, maybe 4 yards to go. Ball needs to get just to the other side of the 50 for a first down. Not seeing the offense come out the field as of yet. Ball right at midfield. Let's see what the Gobblers have in store and see what the defense for Rock Ridge tries to counter with. Fourth down and about 4 yards to go. Ball at the 47 of Aitkin. Need to get it to just inside the 49 of Rock Ridge with Smith under center. Fourth down and 4. Under center, Smith. He'll fake the pitch. Handoff left side for Tanner Nissen into Rock Ridge territory. He needs 4. He gets all of it and then some. Maybe a gain of about 4. The second effort did have his forward progress beyond the sticks. And we'll get our officials to come take a look at this opportunity, and we are going to bring in the chain gang right off the bat here. Lance, I think the initial effort was there, but the tackle kind of bounced Tanner back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. They got a little bit of a bad spot. We'll see what happens here.
Right on top of the yard marker, they're going to put a man right on top of it, which will allow us to get our sponsor out of the way for our chain gang measurement. Of course, brought to you by Stonemark Land Surveying. Of course, like any good radio man, I would have my sponsor sheet right in front of me, but nonetheless, you can contact Stonemarks for property boundary measurement needs. Visit stonemarksurvey.com, where every foot counts. Fourth down and 4 it was, right on top of the yard marker, and a first down for the Aitkin Gobblers.
Made it by inches.
Made it by about a length of the football, or cut right in half that football it was. Now it'll be first down and 10 from Aitkin from the 49 of Rock Ridge. 9:55 to go here in this first quarter. 4 plays in, Lance. We're already almost taking off 3 minutes of game time here as the Gobblers taking their time as they break the huddle. Clock will now wind here. Braden Smith under center. One receiver split out to his right side in the line of scrimmage. Split backfield once again. Pitch right side for Jacob Williams. Gets beyond. He's at the 50. The 47 pushed out of bounds for a minimal gain for Jacob Williams into the Rock Ridge bench area in front of the grandstand for a gain of about, we'll say, a solid 2 yards for Jacob Williams. Setting up second down and 8 inside Rock Ridge territory. Gobblers definitely want to allow some of those linemen to get out, Lance, and provide some more blocks, even out of the backfield, too, with Tanner and also Alex lining that backfield with Jacob.
Yeah, they ran it to the short side of the field there. We'll see what happens this next play.
Under center, Braden Smith once again, second down and 8. We'll give it right up the middle for Jacob Williams. He's at the 40 to the 35, just down to about the 35-yard line. That'll be a first down for Aitkin, a gain of about, well, we'll say about 15 yards or less, give or take, from the 48 down to the 35. Gain of 13 yards on the carry as he just ran right up the gut, did Jacob Williams, setting up the second first down of this opening drive for tonight. Section 7-3A football here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 1, opening drive of our contest. Ball right in the middle of the field for the Gobblers. Giving handoff Jacob Williams, shockingly. And ball put down on the ground again. Did they recover, or did the Gobblers, when the lineman pounced right on top of it, Gobblers early on here, even with the amount of time that they're taking off. Ball security slipping right out, but the Gobblers do recover for only gain of about, well, we'll say about 3 yards for Jacob Williams, and second fumble recovery by Aitkin here already on this first drive.
A little bit shaky here yet.
Just a little bit, shaking off the rust after almost a week off. Played last Wednesday, now on a Tuesday night, a cooler night as well. But on your home field, maybe just try to get a better feel as we'll go straight I formation. One receiver to each side for Braden Smith and Jacob Williams in the backfield. Hand off right up the gut, bouncing left tackle. Now ball put down on the ground this time, and this one's going to be recovered by Rock Ridge. They went back to the well, and unfortunately the gain put a head right on the football, it looks like. And unfortunately, Aitkin turns it over for the first time tonight, and third time is the charm for Rock Ridge. That will put the ball right at the 30-yard line, and the Gobblers turn over the football for the first time this evening. Sooner or later, those near fumble recoveries from the likes of Rock Ridge were going to yield something, and unfortunately now it's the Gobblers that have to defend with 8:24 to go here in the quarter of number one. Griffin Doshin, the first time today, gets a handoff right side to Mannanen. He's at the 40 to the 35, now up to midfield, spinning his way. Ryan Mannanen into Gobbler territory in his first carry of the night, just beyond to the 48. That's a gain of 22 yards. Spinning out of the backfield was Ryan Mannanen, and Rock Ridge is rolling here on their first play from scrimmage. 8 minutes to go here in quarter number one. A bit of a wake-up call for Aitkin here now defensively. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Standing in a shotgun, Griffin Doshin, the senior quarterback wearing number one, sends a receiver in motion. Handoff Mannanen right at the line of scrimmage, and Craig Ashton says nowhere to go for him. Might have been a loss on the carry for Craig as well on the tackle for loss. Puts the ball right back into Rock Ridge territory. Now backing up to about second down and 12. Loss of 2 on that carry for Mannanen. Ryan Mannanen, the senior running back wearing number 23. 7.5 minutes to go in quarter number one. 0-0 our score here with YourLiveEvent.com and the Gobbler. Fumble recovery setting up this first opportunity for the likes of the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 2 receivers, right side in a single wingback formation. Krumpatich, comes in motion. Throwing it left side now, going to look downfield. It's going to be caught by number 18. He's in the open field. He's at the 25 down to the 20. And that is a big-time catch from Isaac Flatley, his first catch of the night from the 49 of Aitkin. Into the red zone, he'll be marked right at the 20-yard line of Aitkin. A gain of 32 yards for the first pass completion of the night for either squad, and Isaac Flatley puts it into Gobbler territory with under 7 to go in quarter number one. That's the second first down of this opening drive for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 2 receivers split out far and wide. Looking back, throwing it away just to escape the pressure right up the middle there from Blaze Sanford, as Doshin saw a pair of 5s coming right at him in Blaze Sanford, and luckily just throws it away. Looking for the receiver out of the backfield, it looked like, and will now stop the clock. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line with 6:43 to play in the first quarter. Doshin will have 1 receiver to each side. Tight end just split off the left side on a wingback formation, and Ian Mikulich. Handoff right side for number 23. That'll be Mannanen for a short gain on second down. A gain of looks like about 4 yards for Mannanen. Ian Mikulich, number 17, a junior, was that lone wingback on the right side of the line of scrimmage with a pair of receivers out for quarterback Griffin Doshin. Clock continues to roll here. 3rd down and 6, Lance. Gobblers need to contend here on this play.
For sure. Baum did a good job getting across and turning that running back in. Had a nice tackle that last one.
3rd down and 6 from the 16. Handoff, Mannanen left side. He's at the 15 down to the 10, trying to spin his way closer towards the 10. It's going to be close depending on the spot. He needs 6. He's right on top of that yard marker. And we get a stoppage here as a player spun down on the ground. in the area of where that play came to rest, just inside the 10-yard line, I believe. Stoppage here on the field, an injury timeout for a Rock Ridge player with 5:49 to play in the first quarter. About a length of the football separates a first down for the Wolverines here on this opening drive of their side offensively with 0-0 our score. Being escorted off the field, the injured running back, I believe it is, in Mannanen. He'll come off for a play here, facing 4th down and 1. I believe it was Mannanen that will get looked at over on the sideline for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 5:46 to go, clock continues to wind. About one length of the football separates again. A first down for the Rock Ridge Wolverines here on this first drive tonight. Ball is spotted at the 10-yard line. One receiver to each side. Standing in the shotgun is the quarterback in Griffin Doshin. He'll give handoff right side to the line of scrimmage. Punches his way forward. I believe that's number 28 for the Wolverines. That will be
a first down.
A first down. Clock will continue to roll now with a first down. The third first down of this opening quarter for the Wolverines. Is actually getting the carry there. I believe they said Flatley was the one that got the carry.
Yep, 36.
36, there we go. There's a few Flatleys on the roster. Gain on the play of about 1 solid yard, and that's where we'll stand. First down and goal from the 9-yard line for the Wolverines. Flatley will get the call once again, but he spun down a line, almost gets rid of it. Second and third effort, swallowed up in the backfield. It's going to be Blaze Sanford and Landon Collar through that line of scrimmage. A loss of about 5 yards on the carry from number 36 and Levi Flatley. Still second and goal now. We'll just push the ball back a little bit further down to about the, well, just right at the 15-yard line. With it being 4:25 to go in this first quarter. 0-0 our score, but second and goal now from the 15 for the Wolverines. Doshin in the shotgun, Flatley on his left side. Faking the pass, looking, go back for Krumpadic. He'll be in the back corner of the end zone. Pass is broken up. Well defended on the play there. I believe Tanner Nissen down in the corner there. See one of the young. Yep, Tanner Nissen defending against Krumpadic. Pass goes incomplete. No gain on the play. Stopping the clock with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Just one series aside for both teams here in this first quarter of football. 0-0 score. It's third down and goal from the 15. Sizable quarterback in Griffin Doshin. Previous play was looking for Krumpadic in the back corner of the end zone. Doshin once again, faking the handoff, looking left side, tipped out of the air. It's picked off by the Gobblers, down at the goal line, tripped forward, and it is, I believe, Eli Christie, the magic man with the magic hands, comes through with an INT for the Gobblers.
Doshi just threw that ball just a little bit behind and got tipped up, and Christie was there with the magic hands.
Eli Christie picks it off at the goal line, moves it up to about the 5-yard line, maybe up to about the 10. We'll spot it at the 11, actually. And the Gobblers take over first down and 10 from their own 11-yard line. So both teams now with a turnover aside in their first offensive series, with it being 0-0 and 4 minutes of play in quarter number 1. Gobblers and Rock Ridge Wolverines opening up the quarterfinals in Section 7, 3A. Smith will be back under center. Splitting the backfield is Williams and Nissen. Nissen gets the call on first down. He'll trip his way forward just beyond the 15-yard line for a gain of 4 for Tanner Nissen. As we'll continue to keep that clock rolling with 3:48 to go in quarter number 1. We'll get those scores on the out-of-town scoreboard updates whenever we get them in. The way this ball game is moving, we'll probably be one of the first ones to send out updates as well. Nothing wrong with that. 3.5 to go here in quarter number 1. 0-0 our score. Second down and 6 for the Gobblers at their own 15-yard line. Braden Smith back under center, one receiver right side. We'll go back to pass. Will Smith throws it out in the flat, incomplete, looking for Alex Palm on that pass attempt, but the pass goes incomplete. First pass attempt of the night for Braden Smith falls to the wayside from Alex Palm out of the backfield. Clock is stopped. 3rd down and 6 with 3:17 to go in the first quarter. Gobblers getting this drive set up back at the 11 from an Eli Christie interception after they fumbled the ball at the 35 of Rock Ridge on their last offensive series. Smith will give handoff. Jacob Williams, a big hole in the middle. He's up to the 20, to the 25, spinning his way just beyond the 30-yard line. And it will be a first down, a gain of 15 yards for Jacob Williams. And that will make it the first down conversion of the drive. And that will set up the Gobblers 1st down and 10 from their own 30. Huge hole off that right side for Jacob Williams, and he made it work. The only person that was going to stop him was, I think it was Levi Flatley. And, well, Flatley was it. Yeah, that's the one way to look at it. He certainly kept Jacob Williams right in front of him. 1st down and 10 from the 30. Pitch play right side. Fumble. It's going to be recovered. No, it's still loose. And my goodness, the Gobblers are running out of toes here in this first quarter. Tried to pitch it left side, and, well, it was almost recovered by, I believe it was number 18 there. Was it? Yeah, I think it was 18, Isaac Flatley, that almost came out with it.
Yep.
But Braden Smith, I think, was the one that was able to fall on top of it. A big loss, a loss of about 10 yards. It's back to the 20-yard line.
2nd and 20.
2nd down and 20 from the 20. My goodness, the Gobblers are playing with fire, with it being only 0-0 right now, and clock is running with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. By the way, we're not the first team to send out an update here on Homegrown Local Radio. We'll get that out-of-town scoreboard update when we can. We'll go left side, hand off to Jacob Williams. He's fighting his way forward. 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort. Gets that lost yardage back and adds a couple on top of it. A gain of 12 on the carry for Jacob Williams.
Brings up a 3rd and 8, looks like.
3rd and much more manageable from 2nd and 20. With 1:45 to go here in this first quarter of football. Here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. I thought maybe Jacob Williams took the gloves off on that previous play, but I think he still has them on. Maybe the sleeves just got out of the way on the previous series. 3rd and 8. Less than 90 seconds ago here in the first quarter. Standing in the shotgun pistol formation for Braden Smith as he rolls right side. He's going to throw it out in the flat now for Jacob Williams. To the 35, up to the 40, reaching for the first down before he goes out of bounds. Ooh, not a good spot for the Gobblers. And this one is going to be very, very close. Not a very favorable spot for Aitkin. As, boy, the chain gang all out of sorts here. I think we got ourselves a broken chain right now on the chain gang. It'll be 4th down and about 4 yards, maybe 3 yards to go as the chain gang looks to get reset. A completion here of only about, it looks like about 6 yards and not enough to get that first down for the Gobblers. So Gobblers, after almost turning it over this series, will be the first team to punt tonight with 1:13 to go in the first quarter. The chain on the chain gang on the far side broke off, it looks like, as our officials use an officials timeout to get that reset. Might have to go to a backup set. We'll just have to see here. As the officials timeout still happening here momentarily. The 1:13 to play here in quarter number 1. Now we'll break formation here as the Gobblers will send out Nathan Price to punt the football. I believe we'll have Ryan Mannanen back deep for the likes of Rock Ridge. Price gets a good snap. An end-over-end side-winding punt that'll bounce at the 40-yard line. It'll be marked down, and just inside the 35, it was actually Levi Flatley, that was back deep to receive the punt. Ball will be spotted right at the far side of the field, right at the 35-yard line for Rock Ridge. Gobblers offensive series here, 2 of them, a fumble, and then also now a punt here, even after a near fumble. Once again, Gobblers unable to capitalize even after a couple of big runs already for Jacob Williams. as it'll be the second go-around for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. An interception last time around for Griffin Doshin, as he was the one that threw that ball right to Eli Christie. Back to pass, wide open. It's picked off once again. First pass to Tanner Nissen. He's at the 45, down to the 40-yard line. It tipped off the receiver and Zach Loken, and that will be an interception on back-to-back plays by Griffin Doshin as the Gobblers get one to Tanner Nissen. Gobblers are back in the Rock Ridge side of the field for the first time since their opening series, with only 54 seconds to go on to their first drive to open up the contest tonight. Just 54.5 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. YourLiveEvent.com and also on the Gobbler. Gobblers will break the huddle. They got Nathan Price on that line of scrimmage doing a little protecting. I formation with a receiver to each side. For Braden Smith, under center, Jacob Williams, the deep set back. They'll send the receiver in motion, and John McGuire protecting on that line of scrimmage. Williams at the line of scrimmage, going to be driven backwards actually for a loss on the carry for Jacob Williams. First time tonight we've seen Jacob Williams taken down in the backfield with 43 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. 0-0 our score, with the defense shining through here in this first quarter already, Lance, with 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery and, well, about 7 or 8 missed fumble recoveries from Rock Ridge. Looks like the Gobblers will get one more playoff here before the end of the quarter. It will be Ian McNevin on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Magic Man make that Eli Christie going back to pass. Deep set drop completed to Alex Palm at the 40, at the 35, down the sideline to the 30, punches it back inside to the 20. He's off the sideline into the end zone. We will not go scoreless at the end of the quarter, and the Gobblers get on the board with a 41-yard touchdown strike. Braden Smith to Alex Palm.
44-yard pass.
Right out of the backfield for a touchdown for the Gobblers, and Alex Palm with his first catch of the night. Second completion yields a touchdown, and literally right as I wrote, it was going to be 0-0 after the first quarter. We get a 2-point attempt coming up here for the Aitkin Gobblers with just 0.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Gobblers on the board. 0.7 seconds to go here in this first quarter of action. 2-point attempt down to the goal line is going to be, looks like no good. Gobblers up 6-0 after the interception that was from the likes of Tanner Nissen. Gobblers are now up. Well, that'll be 6-0. We'll take a break here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, and also at YourLiveEvent.com.
Refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties, and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
1907.
Gobblers get themselves on the scoreboard with a 6-0 advantage right just before the end of the first quarter. A 41-yard touchdown pass from Braden Smith to Alex Palm after an interception from Tanner Nissen gets the Gobblers up by the score of 6-0. As we'll get a kickoff here from Nathan Price before the end of this first quarter officially.
Yeah, I got 0.7 of a second here.
0.7 of a second. Tanner Nissen setting up that drive with an INT. Second of the half for the Gobblers. A little line drive kick. They'll be fielded right at the 45, at the 40-yard line, and that will bring an end to the first quarter. 6-0 our score here. We'll be back after a quick break here on the Gobbler and also YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey, Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
And offering free
Welcome back here to yourliveevent.com and also on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. First quarter that came to an end with the Aitkin Gobblers leading now with the score of 6-2-0. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman, Linfield Hines on the camera tonight with Homegrown Local Radio and also yourliveevent.com. A defensive struggle in that first quarter of football with the Gobblers getting 2 interceptions, Rock Ridge getting an interception as well, but then Gobblers having a little trouble ball security early on in this one, Lance.
Yeah, exactly. It must be too much of a nice night here tonight. No wind, no rain, just bright lights, green grass, and I think they just got to get the old bugs worked out.
The first down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs and a fresh quarter of football here in this first half. It'll be the quarterback in Griffin Doshin. He'll hand it off on the carry, bouncing right side. I think Flatley is the one that'll get the carry in. Levi Flatley. Gain of bounce. Well, we'll say about no gain on the play for Levi Flatley as Ryan Manninen still out of this contest here tonight over on that far side of the field over by the bench area. Flatley no gain on his third carry of the night. With 11:35, clock will continue to wind here from this Section 7 to 3A quarterfinal opening round contest, 6-0. Gobblers up here from Veterans Field. Break the huddle. Will the likes of the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 2 receivers left side, single wing back on the right side of line of scrimmage. Coming out of the backfield, it'll be Mikulich, Ian Mikulich, right to the line of scrimmage. He'll maybe get a yard, spun down immediately by Alex Palm. And I think Craig Ashton over there on the tackle as well for the Gobblers. So gets technically a yard, does Ian Mikulich on his first carry of the night. Setting up 3rd down and 10, right back at square one for Rock Ridge. 3rd down and 10 right on top of the 40-yard line. Being 3rd down and 10. Clock continues to roll with 10:40 to go in this first half. 6-0. Gobblers on top with a 41-yard touchdown pass from Braden Smith. 1 receiver to each side going back to pass, looking for the deep ball off the sideline. Nowhere to go as Ian, looks like Zane Larkin was the one that was looking for the pass, but way over his head, and Eli Christie in on the coverage. Incomplete. Now makes it 5 straight incompletions from Griffin Doshin, even after a 32-yard gain that put the ball into the Aitkin side of the field. And they come out empty-handed, going 3 and out to start the second quarter. Throwing in those 5 straight incompletions, a pair of interceptions from Griffin Doshin. Pair return men back for the Gobblers, seeing Eli Christie and also Jacob Williams playing behind the kicker and Justin Lind, who will punt the football. Lind, end-over-end kick fielded by the Magic Man. They'll pitch it back to Jacob Williams to the 30-yard line. He'll get up to the 35. Switches arms, pushed out of bounds. We get a flag thrown as it will be pushed out of bounds. Jacob Williams over to the far side of the field. Flag right in the area of where Jacob Williams got the stiff arm up on, I think, number 18 and Isaac Flatley. And we will see the extent of the penalty, the first one of the night, for either squad. Interesting to see here, maybe a holding. Looks like the official talking to the team on the other side of the field, and that being Rock Ridge. The face mask.
Face mask on Williams.
Jacob getting the hand up in the face mask area. First penalty of the night against Aitkin, but they do get the ball back. With 10-12 to play here in the first half, Lance.
You can stiff arm the face. You're just not allowed to move the face.
This is very, very true. So it'll be 1st down and 10. They will move the ball back after the return to about the 28-yard line of Aitkin. 1st down and 10 for the Gobblers with 10-12 to go in the first half. Braden Smith back under center, split backfield once again. We'll give handoff. Tanner Nissen left side. Falls behind a couple of his teammates. Sneaking under and through for a good gain on 1st down of about 6 yards for the Gobbler running back in Tanner Nissen. Gave him a gain about 7 yards actually on that carry for Tanner. Gets it up to just inside the 35-yard line of Aitkin. Braden Smith comes over from the sideline to talk things over on the next play for his team. 6-0 our score here on the Gobbler and also on yourliveevent.com. Splitting that backfield, Nissen and Williams once again, as it'll be handoff. Williams tries to go right, now bounces back forward. Maybe gets about a half yard as he falls forward. An ankle tackle by the Wolverines. Give him a gain of maybe about 1 yard for Jacob Williams. Already up to 10 carries in the first half for Jacob. We heard during the pregame show from Coach Hill, is going to get a steady, uncomfortable diet of Jacob Williams. To quote him directly, uncomfortable was the word that he used in getting Jacob Williams the football. I'm comfortable with the uncomfortability of Coach Hills with giving the ball to Jacob Williams. That's just me, though. I think there might be a few people that agree with me.
Uncomfortably comfortable.
Yes, and I agree with that agreement. Falling forward and another good gain. Talking about comfortability behind the line of scrimmage is Tanner Nissen. He goes from the 35 up to about the 41. Needed 3 yards. Gobblers get 6 from Tanner Nissen, and that will move the chains. First down for Aitkin with 8:48 to play in the first half. Braden Smith off from the sideline. Gets the play call into his team from Coach Hills. Now bringing the line of scrimmage. We'll get the backfield split once again with Nissen and Williams. We'll get a handoff. Williams gets a block out in front, falling his way just shy of looks like to the 45, gain of 4 for Jacob Williams. 8:16 to go. Clock continues to roll here. Now second down and about 6 yards, maybe a 7. Second down and 7, they'll say, at the 43 of Aitkin. Ball was back to the 27 to open up this drive, even after a good return from Jacob Williams on the punt, but a face mask penalty pushed it back a little bit behind. One receiver to the right side, John McGuire for Braden Smith. As he'll go handoff to Nissen, left side, minimal gain for about 1, it looks like, for Tanner. And we'll get him just inside to about the 45. They'll mark it right at the 45, so a gain of 1 for Tanner Nissen, setting up 3rd down and 5. Ball needs to get to midfield for a first down for Aitkin. Clock counting downward with 7.5 to go in this first half. See the Gobblers taking their time as they make sure everybody is on the same page here with the play. Eli Christie, one receiver out. He's on that right side with a stacked line of scrimmage. Braden Smith under center. Handoff. Jacob Williams up the middle. Gets it into the Rockridge territory. If it wasn't for a hand on the hip, into about the 38-yard line for the Rockridge Wolverines. Jacob Williams is finding pay dirt. Nonetheless, Gobblers get another first down from the 45 down to the 38. That's a 17-yard carry for Jacob Williams and the Aitkin Gobblers. Under 7 to go here in the first half. Lance got another big gain here for Jacob Williams. See if the Gobblers can capitalize.
Flatley just barely kept on with Williams. Here he goes, Williams again.
Williams gets the call for, looks like a gain of 3. He'll get to the 35 of the Rockridge Wolverines. Already 13 carries in the first half for Jacob Williams. 6.5 to go in the first half. Gobblers up 6-0 in this quarterfinal matchup in Section 7 3A. Braden Smith over from the sideline to get the play call into his teammates. Clock continues to roll here with 6:15 to go in the first half. Split backfield once again. Inside handoff to Nissen. Ooh, unfortunately a good play by the defense for the Wolverines. Number 51, Noah Mitchell, and also 55, Ian Lucan, right through to get a loss on the carry. Nissen got the call, unfortunately, and he went down in the backfield for a loss. I'll back them up now. Looks like 3rd down and 10, or 3rd down and 9, they're going to say. Ball's back to the 38. Taking their time with 5.5 to go here in the first half. Gobblers in control with the football offensively. Braden Smith back under center for his offense. He'll give handoff. Jacob Williams, he'll get the lost yardage back and very, very close. Ooh, actually not as close as we thought for Jacob Williams. Now sitting up 4th down. Instead of 4th down and 10, it's going to be 4th down and about 4 yards ago. A gain of 6 for Jacob Williams. Couldn't get past the second level. Ball's right on top of looks like the 32-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 4. Gobbler offense still on the field. No sense of urgency. Cool, calm, and collected the offense as they break the huddle, facing 4th down and 4 with 4:50 to go until halftime. Braden Smith under center, one receiver to his right side on the line of scrimmage. He'll go, faking the handoff, rolling right side, going to find Alex Palm. He gets up with the right arm. Is going to be close to a first down? I don't think so. Needed to get to the 30-yard line. He will be on top of the 30, and it'll be a turnover on downs from the Aitkin Gobblers. Missing it by just about 1.5 yards. Alex Palm with his second catch of the night. And now will be a turnover on downs. And, well, Rock Ridge has an opportunity here with 4.5 to go in this first half to tie this football game up. As Griffin Doshin and the offense, after a strong first series, Griffin Doshin now 5 straight incompletions with a pair of interceptions to mix in as well. After going 3 and out on their previous drive. Levi Flatley to his left side, standing in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking for the big play downfield. He'll be taken down in the backfield. Just a swipe of the ankle. Griffin Doshin went down as Blaze Sanford comes through with a sack for the Gobblers. Blaze with another sack for Aitkin. First one of the night for the Gobblers with 4:12 to go. Loss of 5 on the play. Griffin Doshin is taken down for a sack. Doshin was looking for a play off the right side and didn't see the pressure coming off the left side of the line of scrimmage. And we'll see Doshin standing in the shotgun once again, one receiver to each side. Quick here to the outside, tipped out of the air. Oh, the magic man tipped off his fingers, could not bring that one in.
Almost picked that one off.
Now makes it 6 straight incompletions from the quarterback in Griffin Doshin as he was looking for Zane Locken once again. And pass goes incomplete. 3rd down and 15. In this opening half of Section 7-3A football. 3:49 to go. Quick change defensively as we'll see Ian McNevin check off the field, bringing back in Jacob Williams in that strong safety position for the Aitkin Gobblers. Taking their time as they break the huddle now, coming out with 3:49 to go in the first half. 3rd down and 15, balls at the 25. Quick hitter outside, just beyond the reach. Krumpatich, will make the catch, but it'll be only a gain of about 4 yards. And that will now make it 4th down and about 11. And the punt team out on the field for both teams. 3:28 to go, tackled in the field of play, so clock will continue to roll with 4th down and 11. Krumpatich catches his first of the night for a gain of only about 4 yards. Back deep to receive the punt will be Jacob Williams and also Eli Christie. As the punt from Lind, low end-over-end punt that'll be fielded just inside the 40 by Eli Christie. To the 45, he's at the just 47-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. 1st down and 10 for Aitkin. We got a flag thrown on the play after the play was over on the far side of the field, right around the bench area of Rock Ridge. And this one could be against the Wolverines, right around that area of sportsmanlike conduct after the play, maybe a late tackle or a push or something. But officials down the field talking things over with just under 3 minutes to go until halftime. Just realized here as well, Lance, that we've got the wrong score on the wrong side. We'll just get that updated here. Aitkin's up 6-0. Oh, you're okay.
That's my bad.
Oh, that's all right.
Boy.
Penalty against Aitkin, actually.
Yep. 20-yard penalty.
20-yard penalty. They'll mark that off. Second penalty of the night for Aitkin. Only 2 penalties in this ball game have both been against the Gobblers. 2:59 to go here. Ball's back to looks like the 33-yard line of Aitkin. Ian McNevin, the lone receiver on the right side of the line of scrimmage for Braden Smith under center. Give handoff, bouncing right side now back up the middle, and Jacob Williams will fall forward for give him a gain of about 4 yards. For him, Jacob Williams to this 15th carry of the first half. 2:45 to go. Gobblers with all 3 timeouts. Both teams with all 3 timeouts here in this first half. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Gobblers up 6-0 in the first half. 41-yard touchdown pass. Braden Smith to Alex Palm. That was set up on an interception from Tanner Nissen. Misdirection, inside handoff to Tanner Nissen up to the 40. He's at the 45 at midfield, just inside a Rock Ridge territory for a gain of just inside now 16 yards for the Aitkin Gobblers and moves the chains for another first down. They'll spot the ball just inside Rock Ridge territory at the 49. First down and 10 for Aitkin. 2:15 to go. Clock is stopped momentarily to reset the chains, and now that clock will be rolling. First down and 10 with 2:10 to go in the first half. Braden Smith back under center, split backfield, Nissen and Williams. Handoff Williams, left side to the 35. He's at the 30, pushes the man on top of him down to the 36-yard line. And that will gain of another 13 yards for Jacob Williams. Another first down for the Gobblers. 2 minutes to go here exactly. Clock will now roll here with the chain gang set. Ball to the 36-yard line. Make that the 37 of Rock Ridge. Ian McNevin, the lone receiver, right side as Braden Smith under center. He'll go handoff to Tanner Nissen down the Rock Ridge sideline. Takes a Wolverine with him in the process for that first down. A gain of 11 yards and 3 straight first down runs will get the Gobblers set up first down and 10. Actually, no, they're going to mark him just shy of that first down as Tanner Nissen lowered his center of gravity and took a white shirt with him in the process. Second down and 1, stoppage here out on the field. I believe a timeout taken by Rock Ridge. We'll take it with them as well here with just 1:38 to play until halftime. It's 6-0. Aitkin on top of Rock Ridge, Section 7-3A football here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Hi.
And respect. Go Gobblers.
1:38 to play until halftime here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, and also here on YourLiveEvent.com. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman, and Linfield Hines on the camera tonight. It's second down and 1 from the 29. Aitkin has the football with 1:38 to go until halftime. First time out of the half and of the game as well, taken by the likes of Rock Ridge to give their defense a moment to collect their thoughts and get their breath as well, because they are trailing, and the Gobblers are moving right down the field with that rushing attack here this evening. After a slow starting first half for both teams and turnovers aside to each, Gobblers have tightened things up thus far in a pistol set for Braden Smith. Jacob Williams, the lone back in the backfield. He'll give handoff. Will Braden Smith to Jacob Williams. Gets the first down, trying to get his way to the sideline. He will do just that for a gain of 3 yards on the carry. Jacob Williams, 8 first downs in the first half for Aitkin. And we'll stop the clock, and most importantly, 1:33 to go until halftime. First down and 10 for Aitkin. They have the ball spotted at the 26 with 1:33 to play. Of course, at halftime, going to look at those out-of-town scores. First half numbers in the process. Handoff, Jacob Williams, left side once again, fighting his way forward down to about the 20-yard line for good gain on that first down run once again. 18 carries already for Jacob Williams in the first half, and they just continue to go into the well. With 1:16 and counting downward left here in this first half. A couple of scores that benefit the Gobblers here. We'll get those coming up here in 1:05 and counting downward. Handoff right up the middle this time for a minimal gain. It'll be a first down for Alex Palm. Right on top of that first down marker was second down and 4 with 1:05 to play, and I believe a timeout taken by Aitkin. And it will be a first down run for Alex Palm. He'll get the conversion. 9 first downs in the first half for Aitkin, with it being 6-0 and a timeout take by Coach Allen Hills. 61 seconds left here in the half. We'll just keep it right here. Don't want to miss anything. And I know Lance here with 1:01 to go. Gobblers are just taking their time at the line of scrimmage, letting the, things kind of play out. The way the first half has gone, they've just been able to get the ball and just let things happen from there.
They did. They're a little bit rocky there that first quarter with all the fumbles and whatnot, and a little bit of uncertainty for them all. But they're starting to settle in here, come to the end of the second quarter here, and doing a very good job moving the ball.
Can let you know here with, after 1 quarter of play, I believe it is 27-0 Pequot Lakes on top of Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin. Of course, the winner of this contest will go on to take on Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin or Pequot Lakes coming up on Saturday. With 1:01 to go here until halftime. Gobblers up 6-0. So you look to drive it even further with it being first down and 10 from the 15. As both teams back out on the field, Gobblers as well, taking their time as they break the huddle now. First down and 10 from the 15. Chain gang is also set. Ian McNavin, the lone receiver to the right side for Braden Smith. Under center, handoff, Jacob Williams running right up the middle. He'll get his way from the 15, trying to fight his way inside the 10. He'll get down near the 5-yard line. A good second and third effort from Jacob Williams. Clock continues to run here with second down and 1 9-yard gain for Jacob Williams, his 19th carry of the first half. Right to the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run with 35 seconds to go. Handoff. Williams up the middle. He's at the 5. He'll be getting the first down, it looks like. Clock is stopped. And a timeout taken by by Aitkin, Second down and 1. It will be first down on the gain of about 3 yards for Jacob Williams. First down and goal from, looks like just inside the, I want to say the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. 20 carries in the first half. They'll mark the ball at the 4-yard line for the Gobblers with just 31.1 seconds to go until halftime. 20 first half carries. No touchdowns thus far for Jacob Williams, but I think the Gobblers and Jacob Williams want to make that different here in these next couple of plays. Gobblers do have only 1 timeout left here in the first half, so you have to be smart. If you do get a rushing play, obviously call that quick timeout. And then you've got, probably just 15 or so seconds left in the first half nonetheless. Gobblers will break the huddle for Rock Ridge. They are ready defensively. First down and goal from the 4-yard line, 31.1 seconds left in the first half, as Aitkin looks to make it a 2-score lead. Williams and Nissen in the backfield for Braden Smith. Under center with Palm blocking in the backfield. Handoff, Jacob Williams right up the middle down to the goal line. Touchdown, Aitkin. Jacob Williams into the end zone with a 4-yard rushing touchdown and his 21st carry of the first half. Gobblers up 12-0. With just 26.6 seconds left here in the first half of football. Gobblers get that 4-yard rushing score, and Jacob Williams with his first score of the contest tonight. 2-point attempt also coming up. Gobblers will have their traditional set. It'll go big man package. Alex Palm thought about throwing. He will throw late. Pass is caught in the back of the end zone. It is caught. The 2-point Alex Palm.
Austin Price.
For
Nathan Price.
Yep, for Nathan Price. Nathan Price will catch the pass for the first time tonight from Alex Palm, make it now 14-0 our score with 26.6 seconds remaining as, the trackster, that being Alex Palm, shot-putted the ball to Nathan Price in the back of the end zone for now a 14-0 lead and a solid 1-for-1 on the night for Alex Palm on the completion. Nathan Price with his first catch of the night. Gobblers now up by the score of 14-0 with just seconds left here in this first half on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. Well, it will be Rock Ridge. They'll get the football just coming out here of this second half. Officials talking things over with the Aitkin sideline here currently. Talking things over here before we get this kickoff from Nathan Price. 14-0 our score here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. Section 7 3A football off to a good start for Aitkin even after a little bit of a shaky first quarter. The Gobblers find themselves up 14-0. Nathan Price will kick off the football to Rock Ridge with, again, just 26 seconds to go here in this first half. Price make his approach, low line drive kick. They'll be fielded right at the 30-yard line. He'll get his way up to the 35. Flatley, that is, spinning his way just beyond the 40-yard line. And that will be just shy of the 40, first down, 45, I should say. Tackled by Tanner Nissen on special teams with 19.3 seconds to go in the first half. Now for Rock Ridge, I believe they still have 2 timeouts left here in this first half, Lance. So certainly nothing out of the realm of possibility, but just 2 of 8 passing in the first half for Griffin Doshin with 2 interceptions as well. Now it looks like they'll bring out the receivers here, going a 3-man receiving core. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Griffin Doshin as he stands in the shotgun. He'll give handoff to Flatley, left side of the 45. He's at midfield before being taken down, and that will be a timeout taken by Rock Ridge. Levi Flatley with a gain of 5 on the carry. 11.3 seconds to go. Ball's right at midfield, or just inside the 49-yard line, just nuzzled up by the nose of the football on top of the 50. They're being now second down, and they'll say, you know, it was second down and 5 here to go. Griffin Doshin definitely going to try and look for a big pass here with 1 timeout left for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Try to get something out of bounds, maybe to help them out in that regard. Cut the distance in half at least to make it a more manageable play on the ensuing one, if it just so happens to work that way. But if the Gobblers do end up getting some pressure or breaking it up or even getting the football back with seconds left, Lance, Gobblers will take the lead going into halftime nonetheless. So it looks like second down and 5. It will be right at the 50-yard line as the Rock Ridge Wolverines taking their time as they break the huddle here. Now they'll come back out again, 3 receivers out. It looks like 2 to the left side. No, they'll switch receiver to the right side now. So 2 to the right and a single wing back off that left side for Griffin Doshin standing in the shotgun, rolling right side. Doshin looking downfield for the big pass play. It is going to be just through the fingertips and off the hands of his receiver. That would have been a huge, huge carry and a pickup for Krompotich with just 4.8 seconds left, just off the fingertips as it went just inside the 15-yard line.
Pretty close. Still too far away.
It'll be third down and 4 now for Rock Ridge. 14-0 our score with Aitkin on top, but Rock Ridge still trying to make some noise here before the end of the half. One more play here. At least guaranteed one more play for Rock Ridge. Doshin will have 2 receivers to his right side. Running back on his right side. Now they'll motion out Mikulich out of the backfield. They'll go right side. Doshin looking for the big play downfield. It is going to be picked off by Tanner Nissen. Nissen with the INT, his second of the half. He'll get up to the 35 to the 45, into the 50-yard line, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. An interception. Tanner Nissen, his second of the half, third of the half as well. And we'll hang on here just a moment. Looks like no penalty will ensue after. With 14-0, Coach Hill's calling for a penalty, but he will not get it, and that will do it for the first half. That's the third interception of the half from Griffin Doshin, second for Tanner Nissen, and that will be our halftime score at 14-0. Take a break here on YourLiveEvent.com and the Gobbler. Run down the numbers from our first half. Gobblers lead 14-0 on YourLiveEvent.com. Section 7-3A football also on the Gobbler. KKIN AM 930 and FM 103.1.
From Security State Bank in Oakley. Have you been dreaming of getting a new vehicle, recreational vehicle, or want to take a special vacation? Security State Bank can help. Our hometown service and experience can make your dreams a reality. For great rates and service that is second to none, talk to Wyatt or me today by stopping in or calling 218-796-5157. Security State Bank of Oakley, your hometown bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
Welcome back here tonight to Veterans Field on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930 FM 103.1 for those also tuning in at YourLiveEvent.com. Halftime is our score in this Section 7-3A quarterfinal. Aitkin Gobblers leading 14-0 over the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman here as we hit halftime. And Lance, if we talk about anything from this first half of football, kind of a tale of two different quarters. Gobblers do get scores at the end of the first quarter and then also at the end of the second quarter as well. But a very shaky start for Aitkin with a fumble, almost about 4 or 5 missed fumble opportunities from Rock Ridge as well. But then the defense kind of chipped in a little bit for Aitkin as well. 3 interceptions in that first half too. So the defense doing its part with the offense eventually getting going here in the first half.
Right now, I think what's really happening for the Gobblers is Rock Ridge is doing a good job with their defense. They're hitting the gaps and not letting Williams get big, huge breakaway runs. They're keeping it down to, at most, you got a couple of 12 or maybe a 15-yard run here and there. But usually we're used to seeing big, huge 30, 40-yard runs for Williams. And with that said, Rock Ridge is doing a good job on their side defensively.
Of course, we do have a 14-0 lead here at halftime. Talking about that 14-0 lead, it started off again. We talked about with both teams turning over the football, 2 interceptions in that first quarter alone from Griffin Doshin of Rock Ridge. Gobblers did get up 6-0 with just 0.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Braden Smith connected with Alex Palm for a 41-yard touchdown pass that was set up with the first interception from Tanner Nissen. Of course, he did get the second one to close out the first half. And then it was 14-0 our score with 26.6 seconds left in the first half with Jacob Williams, a 4-yard rushing touchdown. Alex Palm connected with Nathan Price on that 2-point conversion. with it being a 14-0 lead here on yourliveevent.com and also on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. Before we go to a break, let's get a look at our out-of-town scoreboard over on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com. Pine River Bacchus on top of Walker, Hackensack, Aitkin in Section 6A, that being a 14-0 lead at the half, Section 6-2A, that is Section 6 Single A, as West Central Area Ashby on top of Pillager, 60-0 at half. But looks like last reported score we had in the first half, it was Pequot Lakes on top of Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin, 27-0 in the first half. So I believe we'll get a halftime score coming up here from Devin Kruger that will be coming up before too long here at the halftime show. But 14-0 our score. Going to look here at our numbers from this first half coming up here after a break. Gobblers up 14-0. Postseason high school football on yourliveevent.com and also at KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, The Gobbler.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh has seen patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties, and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
Welcome back here to yourliveevent.com. For those tuning in on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, our halftime score at 14-0. Aitkin leads the Rock Ridge Wolverines by that score of 14-0. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman on the call here tonight. Of course, thank you again to all of our wonderful sponsors of tonight's broadcast, including which few sponsors, including Guide Point Pharmacy of Aitkin, and also Haskamp Brothers Well Drilling and the Tire Barn in Aitkin, as we'd love to give them a big thank you for allowing us to broadcast here this contest with the Aitkin Gobblers leading 14-0 against the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Another halftime score just coming in as well, 40-8 at halftime. Pequot Lakes is on top of Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin in the first half. Section 7-3A football. The winner of that contest takes on the winner of our contest here tonight. And taking a look at some of the first half numbers from this ball game in the first half. Rock Ridge, 3 first downs in the first half, no penalties, getting 31 yards net rushing. Ryan Mannon had 4 carries in the first series of the contest, but then has been not seen since then as well from the first series of the night as well. Levi Flatley net yardage of 1. Ian Mikulich net of 1 yard positive rushing. Griffin Doshin is taken down for a sack, so -5 on the net totals as well for rushing wise. Griffin Doshin, first half, 2 for 10 passing, 36 yards, 3 interceptions. Catches going to Isaac Flatley for 32, and Griffin Krompotich for 4 yards in the first half. But a fumble recovery as well for the defense for the Rockridge Wolverines. The Aitkin Gobblers in their first half, 9 first downs go with 2 penalties, unfortunately, in the first half. Eli Christie with an interception. Tanner Nissen also with 2 interceptions in the first half. Jacob Williams, 21 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown as well. Just getting that before the half as well. 21 carries in the first half for Jacob Williams. But Tanner Nissen, no slouch himself, 8 rushes for 46 yards, and Alex Palm's got 2 rushes for 5 yards in the process. Very modest 3 of 4 in the first half for Braden Smith passing-wise. He's got 49 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown coming off a 41-yard catch and run from Alex Palm, leading receiver with 2 catches and also a touchdown in the contest as well. Gobblers leading by the score of, well, making that 14-0. Lance in the first half. Again, we talked about how the offense did get a little bit slow right out of the gate as well. Some ball handling issues, but really did see things kind of settle down once we got to that second quarter. After that touchdown was scored, everything really started to settle down for Aitkin. I think maybe just a little bit of nerves in that first half.
Again, you never want to take any team for granted for sure, and I think they were trying to just feel it out. And unfortunately, with all the ball handling flaws, again, the Gobblers are figuring it out. They're getting their running game going. The blocking's starting to get better by the front line. But, you know, we got to hand it to Rockridge. They're doing a good job wrapping up and tackling whenever they need to.
Yeah, and it's been a big thing, too. Time of possession, huge in the first half for Aitkin as well. They're just able to get the football, run it, and they only get 2, 3, 5 yards, and then boom, you get 15 right off the bat from multiple big-time runs from Jacob Williams. I'm seeing gains of 13, 15, 12, 17, even 13 as well. Tanner Nissen did also chip an 11-yard run, but you're seeing a lot of runs early on before some of those big games, seeing gain of 1, gain of 3, gain of 4, and then boom, there's a 15-yard gainer right there to move the chains. And that's been kind of the mantra of Aitkin, especially for my short time here as well, setting the line of scrimmage, getting, what they can, and then somehow a hole opens up, and then boom, there's a 15-yard run.
They get a bigger one for sure. Again, that's Coach Hills' philosophy too. You got to get past your first step to get to your second step. Do your first things right on the line, do your blocking right, get all the basics taken care of first, and then you'll start opening it up and playing some fun.
Gobblers will defend coming out of the halftime locker room as Rockridge won the coin toss but elected to defer to the second half. So Rockridge will come out of the halftime locker room receiving the second half kickoff. We'll get a break here on yourliveevent.com and KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1. Second half football is coming up as it is Rockridge trailing the Aitkin Gobblers 14-0. Section 7-3A football here with homegrown local radio and yourliveevent.com.
Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Hi, this is Paul Peterson from Security State Bank in Oakley. Have you been dreaming of getting a new vehicle, recreational vehicle, or want to take a special vacation? Security State Bank can help. Our hometown service and experience can make your dreams a reality. For great rates and service that is second to none, talk to Wyatt or me today by stopping in or calling 218-796-5157. Security State Bank of Oakley, your hometown bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
If you're
in Aitkin, McGregor, and Moose Lake.
Welcome back here tonight to yourliveevent.com and also on The Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman on the call this Section 7-3A football contest with the Gobblers leading 14-0. Of course, the winner of this contest will take on either Pequot Lakes or Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin. That'll be Saturday afternoon at a site to be determined based on the results of both those contests here tonight. Now, Lance, as we get ready here for the start of the second half, Rockridge is going to get the football out of the halftime locker room with the reception of the kickoff. What do you see here? I mean, I know that Aitkin, it's really just going to be more about keeping the handle of the football here and just continue to run the football. What do you see for Rockridge here if they want to get back into this contest here?
The biggest thing is going to be their front blocking, the ball handling a little bit too for them.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get that figured out. Again, you know, the quarterback's doing a good job throwing a ball, but the receivers just have to catch it. And he's laid the ball in there a handful of times now, but if Rockridge really wants to get in, the receivers got to step it up.
I will certainly say, especially a lot of those tip passes that have led to interceptions or even just incompletions, just maybe not even half a step, a quarter of a step behind, if you will. Rockridge, this is a completely different ball game. I think the Rockridge Wolverines would get some big gains out of them and definitely within stronger distance of getting a score as well. This could be very easily a tied game, if not, a lead for Rockridge if it wasn't for some of those incompletions.
Yep, for sure. Again, it could go either way anytime, but that's where you play every play for now and move on until the whistle blows and the buzzer's done.
Just a couple more moments here of warm-up as well. Of course, you can stay up to date, full score, schedules, broadcast times, and more at rjbroadcasting.com. I know that we're going to be finalizing a few things coming up here these next couple of days. Do you know for sure coming up tomorrow night, we've got the Rockridge Aitkin Gobbler Volleyball Edition to open up the postseason in Section 7-2A. It'll be Aitkin, the 4 seed, taking on Rockridge, the 5 seed, with the winner of that contest taking on top-seeded Greenway coming up on a Friday as well. So the Gobblers get to host a home-up volleyball playoff game after being road warriors last season as they went to Eveleth Gilbert last year and won. And then they went on to play Mesabi East. Unfortunately, their season came to an end in the quarterfinal round, in that second round matchup in the Section 7-2A playoffs. Let's just get a couple more warm-up throws in. Both teams making their way to their respected sidelines. 14-0 our score. Section 7-3A quarterfinals. Of course, 2 teams will be making the trip up to Meslowski Stadium in Duluth. Gobblers have been to the section title game, well, technically 3 straight years, and appearances throughout as well. Gobblers look to keep that streak alive going into this postseason. But it all starts with 2 more quarters in this quarterfinal matchup as the Gobblers will kick off the football to Rockridge. I was just wondering too, Lance, here going into the second half of this game as well. Definitely weather-wise, a lot nicer up here in the broadcast booth. There were a couple times I was able to sneak down at least before the game, when the sun was still up. It's a little cooler down there, a little bit windy at times. Of course, the wind is at our back, and we've got a nice break in the wind, but I wonder how people are faring down there in the grandstand right now.
I think they're doing just fine.
You say that up here. Not as cold as I thought I would be, even though I got 3 layers on right now. I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks. I got the long underwear right now. Wanted to be as careful as possible, but right now I'm just I don't even have the rechargeable hand warmer right now in my pocket. I've got that charged up. I got the gloves in my pocket, though, just to be safe. But, honestly, haven't really needed it tonight.
No, in all the years that we went to into the sections and stuff when we were growing up, we were always playing in snow and ice. And
right.
It was a lot different back then. We were playing football uphill both ways.
In the middle of a snowstorm,
In
correct?
the middle of a snowstorm, yep.
Again, Gobblers will kick off the football to start the second half. It'll be Nathan Price to kick the ball off to a pair of return men for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Paul Voldlance Bauman on the call with Linfield Hines on the camera duties tonight. Most likely the finale for the Gobblers in their home field here in the 2022 season. As the kicker for Aitkin, Nathan Price, will kick the ball just shy of the 20-yard line, gets up to the 25 to the 30s at the 35. Good return for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. It'll be first down and 10 from their 35 to start off this second half of football. Again, Griffin Dozian in the first half, 2 of 10 passing, just 36 yards, 3 interceptions, 2 of them belonging to Tanner Nissen. We'll see the Gobbler defense back out onto the field, and we'll see the offense for Rock Ridge spreading them out here on their first play of the second half. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Griffin Dozian in the shotgun, giving handoff to Flatley, and he'll be flattened in the backfield for a loss. About 4 yards on that carry for Levi Flatley. He'll gain nothing on the play and be driven backwards.
Blaze Sanford on that stop.
Blaze Sanford coming through the line of scrimmage with a sack tonight. Couple of TFLs. That's tackles for a loss. With 11:33 to go, clock continues to move. Second down and 13 on the loss of the carry. Ball back to the 32-yard line of Rock Ridge. First drive of the second half. Dozian will have 2 receivers on his left side, 1 to his right, with Flatley in the backfield standing in the shotgun. He'll fake the handoff, right side. Pass going to be complete to Krompotich. He'll get the first down near the 45 and will move the chains for a gain of about 14 yards. Krompotich with his first catch of the second half and just the 3rd completion of the night for Rock Ridge. Getting in sync and on time with his receiver on that play was Krompotich. Griffin Krompotich, that is, the senior receiver for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 10:53, clock continues to run. Ball spotted at the 46, right in the middle of the field for the Wolverines. They'll set up now 2 receivers right side, 1 to left for the quarterback and Griffin Dozian. Low snap, handed off to Flatley, running right up the middle. He's into Gobbler territory at the 40 to the 35, just inside to about the 34. And that will make it now a gain of about, we'll say, 18 yards on the run for Levi Flatley. And he'll move the chains for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. A little bit of gusto coming out here to start the second half for Rock Ridge on their offensive side. That's just their 4th, well, technically, actually, now their 2nd first down. So they are already nearing doubling their first down totals after finishing 3 in the first half. 1 receiver to each side. Now make that 2 to the right side for the quarterback in Dozian. Is handed off to Flatley on a run of maybe about half a yard for Flatley. Levi Flatley, that is, to go along with the other Flatleys. Isaac Flatley. I believe there might have been one other one. No, it's just Levi and Isaac so far. At least that's what my roster says. 14-0 our score here. First drive of the second half. 9:43 to go. Clock continues to run here in this first series of the second half with 2 receivers left side now for Griffin Dozian. 1 to his right. Krompotich, the far set receiver on the left side. Looking to pass once again. Caught by Krompotich. Krompotich near a first down marker. Very close, and it looks like they might be moving the chains, or it might be just shy of a first down, depending on the spot. So a gain of about 8, maybe. Official going to talk things over here. They're going to bring in the chain gang. Give him a gain of about 9 for Griffin Krompotich. Griffin to Griffin on the connection Third down and about, over on the sideline it says about third down and about a length of the football to go, as we'll get another Stonemark Land Surveying chain gang measurement. We'll bring in the chain gang just to confer where the ball will lie here and if it's good enough for a fresh set of downs. It is only third down, but it is a first down nonetheless. So now to open up the second half, Rock Ridge has already equaled their total of first downs in their first half together on this first drive. That's 3 in total, and now 6 first downs in the ball game tonight. 9:23 to go in the third quarter. The first down and 10 for the Wolverines from the 34 of Aitkin. A couple of big completions for Dojan as he's connected with Krimpatic. Giving the handoff to Mikulich. Sweeping from the left side of the right. He'll get maybe a gain of a yard. Ball was put down, and as he was being driven backwards, Mikulich might have given it up, but whistles were a-flying, and they were being whistled. As we get a gain, minimal. Looks like about a no gain on the play for Mikulich. His first carry of the second half and just the second in total in tonight's contest with 8:35 to play in the third quarter. 14-0, Gobblers on top of the first drive of the second half for the Wolverines. Looks promising. We'll have one receiver split out to each side for Dojan in the shotgun. Levi Flatley in the backfield. Going to go throwing play right side. It's going to be caught for a gain. Very close to another good gain on second down on the reception.
3 receptions now for Rockridge here coming in the second half.
Going to be caught by number 2 for his first catch of the night, Zane Locken, with his first catch. Gain of about 7 on the reception, and now make it 3 straight completions open the second half for Rock Ridge after finishing the first half. Griffin Dojan 2 for 10. Setting up now third down and about 3 yards to go. Ball's at the 27. 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Gobblers defense contending with the passing option. Right over the middle, pass is going to be incomplete. It hits Collar right in the back of the head. As that will go, Tanner Nissen, it hits him in the back of the head. But nonetheless, incomplete. Gobblers will take it nonetheless, facing down 4th down and 3. And it looks like Rock Ridge has got themselves an opportunity here. They've got a decision to make. As it'll be a first incompletion in the second half from Griffin Dojan, now setting up 4th down and 3 with 7:33 to go here in the third quarter. 14-0 still the lead. Aitkin in front, but the first drive of the second half for the Rockridge Wolverines holds water thus far. 2 receivers left side for Dojan, 1 to the right, standing in the shotgun, Levi Flatley on his right hip. He'll give handoff, fake the handoff, outside pass going to be complete to Locken once again. It'll be a first down. Lockett will move the chains inside the 10 from the, looks like from the 15-yard line. They'll make it first down and goal to go. Now that's 4 first downs on this opening drive, converting on 4th down. It'll be first down and 10 from the 8. 7-yard connection with Locken on his second catch of the night and of the half. First down and 10 from the 8-yard line. First down and goal, I should say. Handoff, Flatley bouncing right side, back over to left. Minimal gain and driven backwards. And it will be, looks like a gain of about maybe a yard or 2 for Flatley. Second down and goal to go it will be. Clock continues to run with 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. A gain about 1 on the carry for Flatley. Second and goal to go with now exactly 7 minutes left. 5 minutes have already ticked off here in this third quarter. It's all from the likes of Rock Ridge. Back to the right side again. We'll go back to a single wing formation on the left side now for Griffin Dojan. 2 receivers right side with a running back in the backfield. Sending a receiver in motion. Krimpatic will get a carry. He'll get driven backwards, I believe, and actually a loss on the carry. Krimpatic with his first carry of the night. No gain on the play. It'll be third down and goal. Getting to this point of the field gets shorter and shorter, and the only place to go for Rock Ridge is into the end zone, with the Gobbler defense trying to keep them from that point. Holding just a 2-score advantage at 14-0. Already converted on 4th down. 4 first downs on this first drive from Rock Ridge. 1 receiver, make it 2 receivers, split out far left. Handoff, faking the handoff. Quick slant outside, pass will go incomplete down near the goal line. As it'll be 4th and goal now from the 8. Looking for Locken once again was Dojan.
Broken up nicely by Byrne and Palm.
Tried to fake the handoff on the receiver coming in motion, then quick hitter to the outside. 5:52 remains here in the third quarter. It's 4th and goal from the 8, and the offense still out on the field for the likes of Rock Ridge. Knowing that, even with this long drive, every possession counts here in the second half, because we've seen the Gobblers go on those 5, 6, 7-minute drives in that first half, and we get a timeout taken on the field here by Rock Ridge. Quick timeout on the field. We'll take it with them as well. It's 4th and goal for Rock Ridge, down 14-0 on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
You want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome.
Welcome back here on yourliveevent.com and the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930 FM translator 103.1. 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line. It is the Rock Ridge Wolverines trying to carve into the 2-score deficit to open up the second half with 5:52 left in the third quarter. And this is the first drive of the second half. And Rock Ridge doing everything they can to take off as much time as possible, because they know that Aitkin's going to do the same. It's 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Griffin Dojan, 2 receivers to his right side. Single wingback goes in motion out of the backfield. Rolling right side, Dojan looking for a receiver. He's going to throw it up. 50-50 ball in the end zone. It is going to be picked off by the Gobblers, and will be an interception in the back of the end zone. They will say it is picked off by Jacob Williams for the Gobblers. The 4th interception of the night for the defense. Jacob Williams, 128 yards rushing, and now his first INT of the contest tonight, and will turn over the football. Gobblers will get it 1st down and 10 from the 20. As we'll get the fresh football over from the sidelines. 5:54 to go in the third quarter. Gobblers dodge a bullet and come up big defensively out of that play, out of the back of the end zone. We'll see the offense back out for the first time here in the second half. We'll get a flag thrown as procedural penalty, false start against Aitkin. Been one of the sticking points here of this ball game thus far for Aitkin. 3 penalties now, and well, so far there have only been 3 penalties called tonight, all of them against Aitkin. So we'll start off 1st down and 15 now. We'll scoot the ball back to the 15-yard line. 14-0 our score. Again, 41-yard touchdown pass to Alex Palm from Braden Smith, and Jacob Williams with a 4-yard rushing touchdown as Smith under center. He'll give handoff to Williams, busting right up the middle, pushes a teammate out of the way, fighting off for 2nd and 3rd opportunities for a gain of 10. Jacob Williams almost ran right over Tanner Nissen on the run. It'll be Jacob Williams, his 22nd carry of this contest, and he'll get gain of about 9 yards after the penalty yardage is tallied on after the play, with 5:20 to go here in this first quarter of the second half, so third quarter in total. Go handoff. Jacob Williams, minimal gain for about a yard. That'll make it now 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. Gain of 1 on the carry for Jacob Williams. Under 5 minutes go here in the third quarter. Gobblers taking their time as they bring the play call in. Eli Christie checks in. from the sideline, and also Braden Smith coming over to get the play call in. Eli Christie, the lone receiver, he'll be set up in the left slot. Nissen and also Williams, who gets the carry, will split the backfield, trying to get that second and third opportunity, nowhere to go after the initial contact from Rock Ridge. And they might actually give him no gain on the carry there for Aitkin as they go 3 and out after the turnover on the punt, after the interception, I should say. We'll get the punt to start off the second half for the Aitkin Gobblers after going 3 and out. We'll see Levi Flatley back deep to receive the punt for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 3:58 to go as clock is rolling. Price gets a good snap. It'll be an end-over-end punt that'll get right to midfield. If the Gobblers are lucky, takes a side-winding kick. It almost hits a Rock Ridge player, but it'll just sneak in to about the 48 of Rock Ridge. It'll be first down and 10 for the Wolverines. Gobblers go 3 and out on their first drive there, Lance, even after, they start off schedule, unfortunately. If you think about it, if they didn't start 5 yards from their original line of scrimmage, they would have had at least one first down on those 3 plays.
Yeah, it always goes better when you don't have a penalty.
That usually does the trick a little bit. Third penalty as well, all 3 of them against Aitkin. 3:44 to go here in the third quarter. It's 14-0 Aitkin on top of Rock Ridge. A strong drive to open up the second half for the Wolverines, but they go empty as a handoff to Flatley, bouncing right to midfield. Maybe a gain of 1 if he's lucky for Levi Flatley.
Another nice stop by Craig Ashton.
Craig Ashton on the tackle. Walker Jones checks in off the sideline. No gain on the play there for Levi Flatley, who's taken most of the carries here tonight. 9 in total in this contest after Ryan Manninen, after the first series, exited the ball game, and he's not been seen since, at least in the backfield. 3:12 to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 10. Ball's at the 49 of Rock Ridge. They have possession of the football. 2 receivers right side, single wing back off the left side. That's Ian Mikulich. As a fake the handoff, looking downfield, going to bounce towards the left side, and he's going to be taken down. Will be the quarterback in Griffin Dozian. Blaze Sanford with another sack for the Gobblers. That's 2 on the night for Blaze Sanford.
He did a good job when he went to tackle, too. He tried stripping that ball, but unfortunately got tucked away, and it was a nice sack by Blaze Sanford.
Loss on the play of about 5 yards for Griffin Dozian on the process, and that will now set up third down and 15 back to the 44-yard line of Rock Ridge. Clock continues to run with 2:22 to go in the third quarter. 14-0 Aitkin leads. 4 first downs in the previous drive for Rock Ridge. They quickly break the huddle to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 15. Receiver comes in motion. We get stoppage on the play. Thought maybe I heard an errant whistle, but it was a whistle that was actually warranted. Timeout taken by Rock Ridge. That's her second timeout already here of this contest, and we will get a timeout as well. There is right now 14-0 our score here on YourLiveEvent.com. For those also checking us out on The Gobbler, AM 930 and FM 103.1.
Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back to Veterans Field here tonight with 2:04 to play in the third quarter. It is Aitkin Gobblers up 14-0. Third down and 15 for the second drive of the second half for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. They did get 4 first downs, even converting on fourth down on their previous series. Had a 4th and goal from the 8, and threw an interception to Jacob Williams. Did Griffin Dozian, now 4 on the night for him. But Rock Ridge trying to gain the momentum back here, facing third down and 15. Need to get the ball to about the 41-yard line of Aitkin. Dozian stands in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his right side. Running back to his right side, Flatley. Indirect handoff to Miklic. He'll bounce right side. Nowhere to go for him from Miklic. Second, third tackles. It'll about 4 black jerseys swarm around Ian Miklic on the handoff, and we get a flag on the play after everything's all over. We'll hold the phone here momentarily. Interesting to see if the extent of the call. And Aitkin already with 3 penalties in the contest. We will take a look here over on the sideline. Now's the official talking things over here with it's looking towards the Rockridge sideline. It'll be against Aitkin, the penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. And that is going to mark off extra yardage. That's the 4th penalty for Aitkin here tonight, after finishing the first half with 2. Now it's going to be from where the play was over. They'll get up to the 45, the official with the football. Now it's going to be setting up now just inside Gobbler territory at the 46. It's going to be 4th down. 4th down, and looks like about 6 yards to go. And looks like the Wolverines of Rock Ridge are staying out offensively with 1:49 to play here in quarter number 3. Ill-timed penalty as always. Are we going to see the punt team come out on the field? Seeing a couple extra specialists check in. Looks like we are setting up for a punt here, with it being 4th down and about 5 yards to go. But at this point, keep our eyes out for a possible fake.
That or even a stalled count also.
Punt will be fielded by the Gobblers. A spiraling punt to Jacob Williams at his own 10. Cuts it back. He's at the 20, the 25. He's at the 30. Tries to get outside of the 35 before cutting back inside. He will be tackled, and he will be stopped just beyond the 35-yard line. Good return for the Aitkin Gobblers. I think we have a flag on the far side of the field. Seeing something yellow down on the ground on the far side of the field just beyond the 28-yard line of Aitkin. We do have a holding against the Aitkin Gobblers. Even after a good return from Aitkin, it's all for naught. 5th penalty of the night for Aitkin. Meanwhile, Rock Ridge shutting things out. No penalties called against them tonight with 1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. Gobblers with 9 first downs, all of them coming in the first half. Went 3 and out on their last offensive series to open up the second half after an interception that was picked off in the end zone by Jacob Williams. The flag from the previous play on the return was down on the very far side of the field. I'm surprised that I even caught it as well. It was blending right over, I think, where Dean of Students, Jim Henriksen, was on the far side. But Gobblers first down and 10 to Jacob Williams as he pitches it out right side as he fights his way forward to about the 25-yard line for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards for Jacob. 25 carries in total here tonight. With 1:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gobblers up 16-0.
14-0 there.
14-0, excuse me.
Close, but not quite. Still 14-0.
Thinking of a couple other scores, the out-of-town scoreboard that was 16-0 between Pillager and West Central area Ashby. No updates on any other games right now in the second half. We'll go handoff to Williams, right side once again. Cuts it back to the middle. He's at the 30, just to about the 32, and that will be a first down for Jacob Williams and the Aitkin Gobblers. 10 first downs in total. First one of the second half with 49.7 seconds to go. We'll get one more playoff here before the end of the quarter. We'll head to the 4th quarter coming up here in 45 seconds of this running clock. It's a 14-0 lead for Aitkin with Braden Smith under center. Nissen and Williams line the backfield. A handoff to Nissen left side, spinning off the initial tackle for about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards. Nissen will get the carry with 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing to report other than a 2-score advantage for the Aitkin Gobblers. Did get an interception from Jacob Williams. It looks like both teams content to head to that 4th quarter as well. We'll take it to the 4th here after a quick break here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1. For those also tuning in online at yourliveevent.com.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Downtown Nisswa.
Welcome back here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. For those also tuning in at yourliveevent.com. Fourth quarter action coming up with the Aitkin Gobblers leading 14-0. Nothing to report in that third quarter. Real highlight for the Gobblers getting that interception in the end zone with Jacob Williams, of course, doing much of the damage rushing-wise. He's up to 26 carries tonight. But now an interception for him defensively. Gobblers have it 2nd down and 8 from the 33-yard line on their own end of the field. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman on the call tonight. Of course, the camera stylings of Linfield Hines working it tonight. Of course, the great crew in the press box here from Aitkin. Been taking care of us all season long as well. That split backfield once again. Get a motion out. Jacob Williams to the left slot for Braden Smith as he'll go under center. Giving handoff to Tanner Nissen. Minimal gain, 2, maybe 3 yards. We'll give him about 2 on the carry for Tanner Nissen. 12th carry, 10th carry of the contest. No other scores to report other than on Cash 95.9, 3WI FM. Pillager down 22-6 against West Central Area Ashby, Section 6A matchup. Of course, we'll run down our broadcast schedule here over the next couple of days. A few things up in the air, of course, with tomorrow being the opener for high school volleyball for some of our area teams. We'll have Aitkin and Rock Ridge on the volleyball court coming up tomorrow night right here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com. 3rd down and 6 from the 33. Pistol set. Option play right side for Braden Smith. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to fight for that first down. He's got it and more, just shy of the 50-yard line. And the Gobblers will move the chains for a gain of about, well, we'll say about just shy of 15 yards. We'll say 13 for the likes of Braden Smith with his first carry of the night. That will move the chains for the Gobblers. We'll continue to move that football just beyond to the 48-yard line. Gain of 13 on the run for Braden Smith. 10:50 to go here in quarter number 4. 14-0 the score for Aitkin. Pistol set once again. One receiver right side. Indirect handoff inside for Alex Palm. He's at midfield into Rockridge territory as Craig Ashton try to keep him up and moving. Gain of about 2 yards for Alex Palm. Just his 3rd carry of the night. That's his first carry of the second half as well for Alex. Doing a great job blocking and also defensively as well, helping out his teammates on that end of the field. 10:20 to go. Gobblers break the huddle, facing 2nd down and 8 from the 48 of Rock Ridge. Shotgun set once again for Braden Smith. Handoff to Jacob Williams. Makes one cut, makes another up to about the 46-yard line of Rock Ridge for a gain of about, say, a good 3 yards for Jacob Williams. This will be a question here tonight of whether we get this ball game done before Alex Palm gets to 40 carries, because that's the maximum on my score sheet tonight. We'll see. Got 9:45 to go here. Wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility if Jacob Williams gets, 13 more carries on the night. We'll see. One receiver right side. We get movement at the line of scrimmage. Everybody but the quarterback in the center moved. They knew the snap count. Nobody else did. Or the other way around. Everybody else knew it. Quarterback and center didn't know. Fortunately, that's the 6th penalty of the night for Aitkin. Ugh. Not good, not great in that department here tonight, but even with those 2 scores, can't take anything for granted. 9:23 to go. We'll back them up 5 yards, and now facing 3rd down and 10. Gobblers holding on to that lead. 28-7, Pine River Bacchus on top of Walker Hackensack Akeley entering the 4th quarter. That game on yourliveevent.com and also on Skeeter 101.5. 9 minutes to go. 3rd down and 10. Pitch right side. Jacob Williams at midfield. Ooh, he's going to be tackled just shy of midfield as he takes a low hit, and Jacob Williams will be taken down for a loss of about 2 on the carry, and that will bring out the punt team onto the field as Jacob gets a little bit of assistance coming off the field after that low tackle that spun him over head over heels. Levi Flatley will be back deep to receive the punt from Nathan Price. Williams kind of shaking things off as he comes over to the sideline to talk with his head coach in Allen Hills. 8:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Gobblers up 14-0. Ball right at midfield or at the 48. Rockridge looking to block. Nathan Price just gets the punt off with pressure coming towards him as it'll be just getting away from it was Flatley as it'll be fielded right inside to about the 33. Gobblers will give the football right back to Rock Ridge. 8:03 to go here in the fourth quarter, Lance. We've seen the passing game for Rock Ridge kind of open things up here in the second half, and the Gobbler defense is going to have to find a way to get back in and jam on that pressure.
Gobbler secondary is just going to have to make sure they're picking up that zone a little bit and make sure they get in and hopefully pick 1 or 2 off. They're going to need to.
3 of the last 4 completions have gone incomplete. I should say 3 of the last 4 attempts from Griffin Dozian have gone incomplete, but he did start the first half with 3 straight as well after going with 3 interceptions in the first half. 4 in total tonight for Griffin Dozian as he'll break out the offense. 1st down and 10 from their own 23. With 8:03 to play here in the fourth quarter, it's still a 2-score advantage for the Aitkin Gobblers. 1 receiver to each side. Back to pass. Dozian looking for a receiver downfield, and Krimpatic just beyond his reach. Pass goes incomplete. Krimpatic, if he's able to split those defenders and just get another step, I think Krimpatic is going to try and find his way into the end zone, but nonetheless, it is now a 14-0 lead with 7:57 to go. As Pillager making things interesting over on Cash, just scored 22-14 with 8:45 remaining in that fourth quarter. Hey, Pillager had an exciting comeback victory last week to close out the regular season. Why not do it in the postseason as well? But right now, we hold to a 2-score advantage for the Aitkin Gobblers here to open up their postseason. 7:57 to go. It is 2nd down and 10. Griffin Dozian stands in the shotgun, looks towards his left. He's going to throw a bullet right around the ankles. We get a flag on the play on the backside of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be holding against Rock Ridge. That's their first penalty of the night. Pass was incomplete, looking for Zane Locken as the holding penalty right at the line of scrimmage will move back 10 yards for Rock Ridge. Only 4 seconds taken off on that play. As Griffin Dozian heads over from the sideline into the field of play. 3rd down and 20 from the 13-yard line for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Dozian will stay in the shotgun set. 1 receiver to his left, 1 to his right. Ian Mikulich on the left side as we'll see a receiver come in motion. Back to pass, looking downfield for the big play. It is going to be incomplete as it went between not only the hands of the receiver, but the hands of the defender as well. Eli Christie as it goes incomplete, now facing 3rd down and 20. Now make it 4 straight incompletions from Griffin Dozian and the Rock Ridge offense.
That was nice coverage by Christie there.
Just out in front and not enough behind to, I should say, a little high on the throw, but just a little bit too much air under it from Griffin Dozian as 7:47 to go here in the fourth quarter, 14-0 in this contest. Clock remains stopped with it being a pass incompletion. Third down and 20. Dozian back to pass, looking for the deep shot. Looks over the middle, directing traffic. It's going to be incomplete. As looking over, Kane Byrne defending the tight end at number 18, Isaac Flatley. Incomplete. Fourth down and 20 for the Rock Ridge Wolverines. 7:47 to go here. Rock Ridge, a must convert fourth down because they definitely don't want to give the ball back to Aitkin willingly. They know very well that they could run off 7 minutes and 40 seconds, and that would do it. But it looks like they will send out the punt team, it looks like, as Griffin Dozian heads over to the sideline. Jacob Williams will be standing right at the 40 of Rock Ridge as the punt team out on the field for the Wolverines. Fourth down and 20. Jacob Williams at the 40-yard line of the Wolverines. High snap, but clean. It's almost blocked by the Gobblers, but it'll take a Rock Ridge bounce as it kicks sideways to about the 44-yard line. Gobblers will have first down and 10 from the Rock Ridge 44-yard line. How about a nice 7-minute and 30-second drive to finish things off here tonight, Lance?
Just a little at a time, one step at a time, one snap at a time, one play at a time, one tackle at a time. That's what they need.
Be first down and 10 from the 44 of Rock Ridge for the Aitkin Gobblers, as their previous drive stalled out and had to give the ball back after a couple of penalties that have really hurt them here in this ball game. 6 penalties in total, and now just 11 first downs, only 2 coming here in the second half. 7.5 minutes to go. First down and 10 from the 44 of Rock Ridge. Braden Smith under center. He'll give handoff to Tanner Nissen running right up the middle. Try to squeeze through a couple of extra players, and he will do just so. Nissen will get the carry as he takes off the sleeves. As will be now second down and about 6 yards to go. Good run on first down for Tanner Nissen. Go along with 2 interceptions tonight. Second down and about 4 yards to go for Aitkin in this fourth quarter with 7 minutes to play. Second down and 4 from the 38 of Rock Ridge for the Aitkin Gobblers. In direction, handoff to Tanner Nissen, left side off the first tackle. Ooh, would have been very close to a big gain, but he gets the 5 yards needed to move the chains for the Gobblers. First down for Aitkin. Tanner Nissen needed 4. He does get, or are they going to mark him back? Yes, they will be a first down. Needed 4 yards. Tanner Nissen gets, well, about 4.5. We'll round up to 5. 6:38 to go. Clock will continue to run here in this contest. Be first down and 10 from the Rock Ridge 38-yard line down to about the, well, it looks like to about the 34 now. Braden Smith under center. He'll give handoff to Alex Palm running right up the middle, spinning off a couple of tackles as it takes a whole bunch of white shirts to bring him down. Very near a first down. Good run on first down for Alex Palm. He gets about 8 yards on the run for Alex. 6 minutes to go. It's second down and about 2. Gobblers in no rush right now offensively. They are going to make sure, again, everybody's on the same page and take as much time off the clock with under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 14-0 Gobbler lead. Heard about this rushing attack for Aitkin. 28 carries on the night for Jacob Williams, now up to 12 for Tanner Nissen, just 4 on the night for Alex Palm, but big yards nonetheless. We'll give to Tanner Nissen, who was lined up in a fullback spot, as he'll actually get the handoff for, needs about 2 yards to get, and he will get those 2 yards depending on the spot of the football. We'll see if the officials say first down or not. He's going to get a better view of everything. Very close, as we'll bring in the chain gang yet again.
Third time, Stonemark.
Stonemark Land Surveying chain gang measurement. Contact Stonemark Land Surveying for all your property boundary needs. Of course, you can visit stonemark.com, or goodness gracious, I should have the live read right in front of me here. There you go, stonemarksurvey.com, where every foot counts. Goodness gracious. Could have figured out one of these days. Needed the 2 yards to get from Tanner Nissen on the carry. It's right on top of the yard marker. The official looking things over. There we go. We get the first down indication. Thought maybe for a second that we were going to need the note card out of the pocket for the verification of the first down. But nonetheless, Gobblers get that first down conversion, their third of the drive already. 5:29 to go. Clock will continue to run. First down and 10 from the 23 of Rock Ridge. Split backfield once again. It'll be Tanner Nissen getting the call as, Alex Palm actually gets the carry for a gain about maybe 2 yards for him, maybe a yard it looks like. We'll say 1 on the carry for Alex Palm.
No, that was Williams there.
Was it Williams?
That ended up being Williams for a carry for 1.
Not only should I get
I think you're running out of room.
I'm running out of room. We're at 29 carries here for Jacob Williams. My score sheet maxes out at 40. Hasn't happened yet before. Knock on wood here. Tonight of all nights would be the night that it does happen. 14-0 is the lead. Second down and 10 from the 23 for the Aitkin Gobblers. Pitch play to the left side for Tanner Nissen. He'll get a running forward. Gain of a couple of yards for Tanner Nissen. Give him about 2 for Tanner Nissen here tonight. 4:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Did I hear what I just heard correctly?
Yeah, Deion Sanders made it all the way up here.
Holy cow, prime time in the house tonight. 4:04 to go here. Clock continues to run. Aitkin taking their time, facing 3rd down and 8 from right at the 21-yard line. Make that the 31-yard line, I should say, of Rock Ridge. No, make that the 21, excuse me. Motioning out Jacob Williams out of the backfield. He'll be set up in the left slot under center, and we get a stoppage here as it looks like we will get a delay of game against Aitkin. Delay of game against the Gobblers. That'll be their 7th penalty of the night. That'll back them up 5 yards as pretty quick whistle from the officials tonight. It means they're just right on top of it. Well, the clock will continue to run here after the delay of game penalty, so now it'll be 3rd down and about 14 yards to go. 3rd and 13, excuse me, back to about the 26-yard line. Facing 3rd down and 13. Gobblers here love to convert this 3rd down, see where they can get with that fresh set of downs once again. They're going to motion out Williams out of the backfield once again, set up in the left slot with Braden Smith under center. Palm and Nissen in the backfield. Back to pass. Braden Smith stepping up, rolling out on pressure. He's just going to throw it away. They're going to say it's a lateral, but it's going to be fallen on top of by a Gobbler in number 53 for the Gobblers. And Brecken Williams, he falls right on top of it. Or excuse me, they're going to say it was a backward pass against Braden Smith. As that will stop things here as it is going to be 4th down as a timeout taken out on the field with 2:47 to go. So the backward pass gives up about 5 more yards. 2:47 to play here in the 4th quarter. We'll take a quick timeout here as well on the Gobbler and also at yourliveevent.com.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
My name is Jerry.
Welcome back here to the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1 as the Aitkin Gobblers lose some yards, but even with the backward pass that was thrown, self-preservation by Braden Smith is actually going to help them out a little bit. 4th down and 27 from the 40-yard line. They're going to punt the football here, Will Aitkin, with only 2:47 to go. So Nathan Price will punt the football to Levi Flatley, who is back deep to receive the punt, standing inside his own 10-yard line. As we get a timeout taken by Aitkin. And Coach Hills will take a timeout for the Gobblers. We'll keep it right here momentarily. Take a look here at our out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Looks like we've got ourselves Pine River Bacchus up 28-7 after 3 quarters against Walker Hackensack Akeley. After 3 quarters, Pequot Lakes is still on top 40-8 after 3 quarters. And late in the 4th quarter, it's still 22-14 with West Central area Ashby on top of Pillager on Cash 95. Again, we'll run down those scores in the post-game show after about 2 minutes and 47 seconds of regulation if this 14-0 lead holds here in this fourth quarter. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman on the call here from Veterans Field. Linfield Hines on the camera. Things hold up here into the fourth and final quarters of both contests. Aitkin will be going to Pequot Lakes coming up here on Saturday. And this will make it the final home game of the season here for the Aitkin Gobblers if things hold up with a 40-8 lead for Pequot Lakes. You don't want to assume, but that one's pretty well in hand. Nathan Price will come over to punt the football once again. Levi Flatley back deep to receive the punt, standing inside his own 10-yard line. Price will get the ball as it'll be side-winding punt that will actually take a kick towards the Aitkin side. It's going to roll out just outside the 5-yard line. Nathan Price with a little bit of English and spin on the ball gets the Gobbler bounce.
It's time now.
And it'll be first down and 10 for Rock Ridge with 2:36 to go. They'll have the ball at their own 5-yard line. Long way to go, down 2 scores, 2.5 minutes for Rock Ridge. Griffin Dozian, 5 straight incompletions, and 6 of the last 7 have also gone incomplete. After a 3-for-3 start in the second half for Griffin Dozian, he's got a long ways to go to get this offense for Rock Ridge moving. Here with only 2:36 to go, down 2 scores. Dozian will start off in the shotgun from his own goal line. Rolling left side. He's going to be scrambling out of the back of the end zone. He's looking downfield, directing traffic to throw a seed. It's going to go incomplete. Zooming off the line of scrimmage, it might have been Blaze Sanford with the pressure once again. And if he's able to bring down Griffin Dozian, that does it with a safety. But the elusiveness of Griffin Dozian keeps the play alive. Tried to find a receiver in Krompotich, but it went to the ankles of a couple of Gobbler defenders. Well short of the receiver, about 10 yards or so. It'll be second down and 10 from the 5 with 2:25 to play in the fourth quarter. They'll send out 2 receivers to the left side for Dozian, single wing back, and Mikulich on the right side. Looking left side. Waiting. Pass is going to be caught complete for a minimal gain on first down to about the 10-yard line for the Dozian completion to, I believe it was Krompotich. Be a catch of about 5 yards for him. Clock will continue to roll with 2 minutes to go, facing third down and about 5 yards left in this offensive set here on this first set of downs. After the punt from Nathan Price. 1 receiver, 2 receivers now left side, 1 to the right for Dozian as he stands in the shotgun. He'll get a good snap, looking downfield towards his right side, escaping, rolling out of the pressure. It's going to be tipped out of the air. It is picked off by the Gobblers. Gobblers pick it off. It is going to be taken over, first down and 10. Picked off by number 57, Landon Collar, with his first pick of the night, 5th for the Gobblers. That'll be first down and 10 for Aitkin, and tipped out of the air twice, not 3 times, and brought down by the Gobbler linebacker with 1:33 to go. Victory formation time for the Gobblers. So Gobblers will bring out the offense here in this fourth quarter, take a couple of knees, or at least that's the hope here with 1:33 to go here on home field. And they will look to come out with a 14-0 lead after the interception, the 5th of the night for the Gobblers, as they'll actually continue with their street offensive unit. And it'll be a handoff to Tanner Nissen left side for a minimal gain. Ball was at the 22-yard line, up to about the, looks like to about the, just shy of the 10-yard line it looks like, or just shy of the 15, I should say, for a gain of about 7. Well, a gain of about 6 there for Tanner Nissen. Clock will continue to roll. And also being the 15th carry of the night for Tanner Nissen, with a minute left in the contest. 1 receiver right side. Wishbone offense once again, as it'll be under center. And Braden Smith with Palm and Nissen in the backfield. Hand off to Kane Byrne up the middle. He will get the first down for the Gobblers. Big Red Machine gets his first down on the run. Ball will go from the 15 down to about the 10-yard line, or inside the 10 down to actually about the 5. With 35 seconds to go, Kane Byrne moves the chains and a first down, with it being the 14th first down of the ball game. And the Gobblers will go victory formation here for one more snap. Take a knee, Braden Smith will. And that will do it. 14-0 the score to open up the quarterfinals section, the 7-3A. Gobblers victorious tonight by that 14-0 score over Rock Ridge. We'll get a break here in the postgame show. Heading to the postgame show, announcer Big Deal player of the game, our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. We'll, of course, get a look at our out-of-town scoreboard and wrap things up here from Veterans Field tonight. Gobblers victorious 14-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com and also on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, KKIN.
Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Hi, this is Paul Peterson from Security State Bank in Oakley. Have you been dreaming of getting a new vehicle, recreational vehicle, or want to take a special vacation? Security State Bank can help. Our hometown service and experience can make your dreams a reality. For great rates and service that is second to none, talk to Wyatt or me today by stopping in or calling 218-796-5157. Security State Bank of Oakley, your hometown bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Residential or light commercial concrete jobs. Call them at 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and offering free estimates.
Hey, welcome to the postgame show for those joining us here on YourLiveEvent.com and also on KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, The Gobbler, as the Aitkin Gobblers open up the postseason, Section 7 3A football, 14-0, a victory tonight over the Rock Ridge Wolverines. Paul Vold, Lance Bauman here as we jump into the postgame show. Lance, of course, we talked about First half, of course, first quarter being a little bit of a slow, shaky start, of course, postseason debut for both teams as well. And after that point, offense really started to get moving. Rockridge with a few opportunities, but overall, Aitkin's able to come out with the win tonight.
Again, football is football. They got to play it between the quarters, play it between the tackles. They did a good job. The Gobblers did shoot themselves in the foot with all those penalties.
They did.
Unfortunately, we had a couple good turnovers, interceptions. But again, hats off to Rockridge. They did a good job tackling and keeping the defense honest, or keeping our offense honest, and making sure that we were all 11 were doing their jobs and make sure they're blocking and executing each play. So hats off to Rockridge. Better luck next year for them, and good luck to the Gobblers as we end up seeing Pequot Lakes here next Saturday.
Final score, Pequot Lakes 56-14 over Greenway Nashua Keewatin. So we'll get the Mid-State Conference matchup. Well, previously Mid-State Conference. It'll be Granite Ridge Conference soon for Pequot Lakes in that regard. But it'll be Section 7-3A football coming up Saturday over in Pequot Lakes. Again, we got to that 14-0 score with 0.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Alex Palm finds a 41-yard touchdown connection with his quarterback, Braden Smith, that was set up on a Tanner Nissen interception. Then with 26.6 seconds to go in the first half, Jacob Williams with a 4-yard touchdown run with Alex Palm connecting with Nathan Price for the 2-point conversion to make it 14-0 in the first half. And that was it. No scoring in the second half. Rockridge with a couple of long drives, unfortunately come up empty. Griffin Dozian finishes the game with 5 interceptions, and a couple of them very costly in the second half. But ultimately, Gobbler defense was, there were a couple of moments, Lance, obviously with the offense, first drive of the game for the likes of Rockridge, and then coming out in the second half as well. Rockridge was really moving the football.
They did a good job after getting that ball right away in the third quarter, and they marched right down, got to within the 10-yard line, and luckily Gobblers picked it off.
Yeah, Gobblers get the win tonight. 5 interceptions from the defense, 2 sacks from Blaze Sanford. We'll have more on those numbers coming up here in the post-game show. Gobblers victorious 14-0 to open up the Section 7-3A playoffs. We'll take a break here on the post-game show. We'll hear from Coach Alan Hills, maybe get a couple of players up here for some post-game interviews. We got players of the game to announce as well. Gobblers victorious 14-0 here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
Dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back here to the post-game show tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. For those also tuning in to the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. We are into the post-game show as before we get to announcing our big deal players of the game and, of course, our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game tonight. Let's run down some of our scores. It will be Aitkin taking on Pequot Lakes coming up here on Saturday. Pequot Lakes takes down Greenway Nashua Keewatin by the score of 56-14 on Talk 100 at KLKS. And, of course, final score, West Central Area Ashby takes down Pillager by the score of 22-14. So that means the season for the Huskies is over. Last score reported after three quarters, Pine River Back is on top of Walker Hackensack Akeley 28-7 in that contest. Again, that game on Skeeter 101.5 and also on YourLiveEvent.com. We jump into the post-game show here. Let's get to our big deal player of the game. Come on over to our big deal player of the game. We're going to welcome in Tanner Nissen to the post-game show here tonight. Tanner finishing with two of the 5 interceptions tonight defensively for this Gobbler defense. Tanner, I know that those interceptions, a lot of tip passes out of the air, but I'm sure that you had your eye on the ball the whole time on those. Why don't you speak in the microphone? That kind of helps a little bit, too. That's perfectly fine. Hey, defense tonight. Your team gets 5 interceptions. I'm sure that's got to be a real big help, especially with it being such a low-scoring affair than what you guys have seen this season. How did the defense feel tonight overall?
Felt good. We were able to flip the field and make our offense have more opportunities to score, and overall our defense did good.
Great to see, of course, the defense coming through. Of course, last week you get the shutout up at Hibbing as well, but, you know, your team also getting an opportunity to rest up a little bit this past week. I know that the health of this team was something to look at, too, but, you know, even rushing-wise, you guys had a really nice job rushing-wise tonight, too.
Yeah, it's good. Everyone's starting to get healthy, and we're off to Pequot.
Yep, we got Pequot Lakes coming up here. You didn't get a chance to see them in the regular season, but I'm sure now that this is done, you get a chance to, you know, unwind, you enjoy the victory, but of course looking towards Saturday as well.
Yeah, get in the scout and watch them, and yeah, it'll be good. And on Saturday.
It's for our big deal player of the game. It is Tanner Nissen tonight. 2 interceptions for him. Also finished the game tonight. 15 rushes for 70 yards as well. Big deal player of the game brought to you by Atwater Motors in Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, as well as Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, and Takedown Gym in Brainerd. Tanner, stick around here. We'll get you your shirt and your Pizza Ranch certificate. Nice job tonight. As we will welcome in here into the post-game show, as we will try to make here a quick adjustment here, make sure that we've got everything running here properly. I don't know if this microphone was working. We just may have to hand off the headset here. Change of pace to head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Alan Hills, will join us here. Of course, you just got done wearing one headset. Let's put another one on.
What's the difference, right?
Coach, tonight we talk about, of course, the performance of your team here tonight. 14-0. Of course, it was a little bit of a shaky start offensively for your team, but what kind of changed there? Of course, you get the big pass play at the end of the first quarter after a couple of drives that, well, you could have turned over the football about at least 4 or 5 different times.
Yeah, you know, we did a better job of sustaining blocks, you know, as the second quarter kind of got going. That first drive, you know, things were moving. We were moving the ball well, but we have to do a better job of just understanding, you know, putting the ball away and keeping it high and tight, and we just didn't do that in that drive, and it ended up costing us. But, you know, that second quarter, we kind of got things going. We did a much better job block sustain up front. You know, our running backs did a pretty solid job coming out of the backfield, and we were able to create some spaces. But hats off to Rock Ridge. They're a very solid football team. You know, they were able to limit the big play, and, you know, we were close 2 or 3 different times, but outside of that big run after catch from Palm, you know, we didn't have a whole lot after first contact.
Coach talking about, of course, one thing I remember from our pregame interview tonight, an uncomfortable amount of touches for Jacob Williams. 29 touches tonight, 153 yards. You're very comfortable with being uncomfortable with Jacob Williams out of the backfield tonight, and, well, he certainly showed, and especially a lot of those short yardage gains eventually led to some big gains as well.
Yep. Yeah. You know, I mean, Jacob's averaging 10 yards a carry right now. You know, and if we don't ride that a little bit, you know, it'd be foolish on our behalf. And it's not to take anything away from the rest of our backs, because Tanner's one of them up here. But, you know, we have great backs, but he's got big play ability. And, you know, as the playoffs press on, it'll be more and more where we're going that way and using the other guys more as a a change of pace versus, kind of split feature backs.
Coach, let's talk about the defense tonight. You get 5 interceptions as well against their passing attack, especially primarily in that second half. They went a little bit more pass conscious as well. How was your team able to, I was seeing a lot of those interceptions coming off tip balls, getting into the receivers' faces too.
Yeah, we had talked for weeks and weeks now about how we haven't been able to get takeaways, and all of a sudden tonight they came in bunches. Tanner and Eli both did a great job of playing a ball off a tip. Tanner had another one that he just made a great play late in the quarter. And Jacob picked one off in the end zone down there as well. You got to give these guys credit. They're undersized, and we're not a team that plays against a lot of past teams, so they were in great position. All we ever ask of our DBs is, keep everything in front of you, and they did a great job of that, and we had the ball finally bounce our way for a change today.
Coach, so we do know it will be a matchup against Pequot Lakes coming up here Saturday. It'll be over at their place. You didn't see them in the regular season, saw them last year right here at this field too. I know that it'll be quite a matchup, of course, in Section 7-3A.
Yeah, Logie, their quarterback, has been slinging it this year. Has a ton of passing yards and touchdowns. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to see, which is great. We got a great reps tonight, against some pass offense, and we're going to see more of it. And probably a higher level of it against Pequot. But, we feel like we match up okay with them. They see a lot more spread and a lot more, wide formations. And, they know what we're going to do. We're not fooling anybody, but we think we can come in and play physical with them. And they're going to look for revenge from last year's win that we had here, and we'd like to take one back again. So we'll see how things go.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Look forward to chatting with you on Saturday.
Thanks, Paul.
Head coach for your Aitkin Gobblers, Alan Hills, joining us here on the post-game show. Of course, Gobblers victorious by the score of 14-0 to open up the Section 7 at 3A playoffs. We'll get a break here on the post-game show. Before we do that, we got to announce our I Bring the Energy player of the game, courtesy of our friends at Enbridge. That is going to go to Jacob Williams tonight. 153 rushing yards, touchdown, 29 carries, and also an interception. Let's throw that in there. Of course, our Bring the Energy player of the game brought to you by Enbridge. As Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project as construction is complete on a newer and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it was done thanks to the hard work and support of thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge. Jacob Williams, our I Bring the Energy player of the game. Get a break here on the post-game show. We'll take a look at the numbers from this contest. We'll start wrapping things up here tonight as the Gobblers win over the likes of these Rock Ridge Wolverines. I think Tanner Nissen's being called for a team photo. Go down there. We'll get you your shirt later as the Gobblers victorious over Rock Ridge. It's the Gobblers over Rock Ridge here on the post-game show. Victorious on to the semifinals here with YourLiveEvent.com and also KKIN the Gobbler.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Exceptional people, exceptional care.
Riverview Health is pleased to welcome Dr. Vanita Parikh to their team. Dr. Parikh is an experienced interventional pain management physician specializing in effective treatment options to increase functionality and comfort for daily living. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595. Dr. Parikh is seeing patients in both the Crookston and East Grand Forks clinics.
Riverview Health.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Welcome back here tonight for the final time as the Aitkin Gobblers win 14-0 against the Rock Ridge Wolverines, 14-0 to open up the Section 7 3A playoffs. Gobblers will take on Pequot Lakes coming up here on Saturday. As we get a chance now to run down the final numbers from our broadcast tonight, starting with the visiting team, that being the Rock Ridge Wolverines, finishing with 6 first downs in the contest, make that 7 first downs, just 1 penalty. They did have a fumble recovery in the first quarter. Leading rusher on the night, Levi Flatley, 18 yards on 9 carries total here tonight. Griffin Dozian finished with negative 10 yards rushing net here this evening. Quarterback Griffin Dozian, 7 of 23 passing for 78 yards, 5 interceptions tonight, while 4 catches for 32 yards for Griffin Krompotich in the loss for the Rock Ridge Wolverines, who finished the season now 1-8 in their second season as a co-op program for high school football. For the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight, they finished with a total of 14 first downs, 7 penalties on the night. 7 penalties in total. Very uncharacteristic of the Aitkin Gobbler team as a whole, but defense made up for it. 5 interceptions tonight. 1 for Eli Christie, 2 for Tanner Nissen, our big deal player of the game. Jacob Williams with an interception, and also Landon Collar with an INT as well. Jacob Williams, 29 rushing yards in total, 129 rushes in total for 153 yards and a touchdown here this evening. Tanner Nissen also chipped in 15 rushes for 70 yards. You know, Alex Baum didn't have that bad of a game tonight. He finishes with 4 rushes for 15 yards in total. Braden Smith, 4 of 5 passing for 44 yards and a touchdown. And Alex Baum was 1 for 1 for a 2-point conversion as he connected with Nathan Price. Alex Baum also had 2 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown here for the Aitkin Gobblers. Blaze Sanford did chip in a pair of sacks for the Gobbler defense as the Gobblers now improved to 6-3 on the season and will take on Pequot Lakes coming up here on Saturday. So it'll be the 2 versus 3 matchup. That contest will be to be determined what station will be on. Of course, with it being 2 of our teams that we cover in our listening area. We'll get the confirmation of that coming up here in the next couple of days. We'll have it for sure on Saturday as we take a look at some of the other broadcasts that we'll be having here on the airwaves of Homegrown Local Radio and also yourliveevent.com as well as we continue on here into the postseason. So Gobblers victorious tonight by the score of 14-0, a victory for the Gobblers. Their final game here from the likes of Veterans Field. The Gobblers now improved to, at home this season, 4-1 at home for the Gobbler home fans, that being for the likes of here at Veterans Field here tonight. So the Gobblers get the win to close out the season here at Veterans Field, because the next contest will be at Pequot Lakes, with them being the higher seed, and if they win that game, the Gobblers will play in the section championship up in Duluth. That'll be coming up next Thursday. But looking here again with our broadcast schedule coming up here, we'll have Golden Gopher Football Weekly coming your way on tomorrow night. That'll be at 6 o'clock on Cash 95.93 WIFM. We'll be right back in action with yourliveevent.com and also KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1 The Gobbler, with there being a section volleyball match. It'll be Rock Ridge versus Aitkin on the volleyball court. The Gobblers, the number 4 seed, playing host to number 5 seeded Rock Ridge. 6:40 pregame. We'll have a 7 o'clock first serve. We know for sure it'll start at 7 o'clock because no JV to have to worry about. But again, Gobblers football team will be taking on Pequot Lakes coming up Saturday in the section semifinals. From Pequot Lakes, it'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff. I would assume a 1:30 pregame on station to be determined as well. We'll have high school football coming up for you Thursday as well for the 9-man semifinals in Section 5. It'll be number 4 seed McGregor at top seeded Ogilvie. That'll be a 5:30 pregame on KKIN FM 94.3. Thursday, we'll have Thursday night NFL football with a 6:30 pregame as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Baltimore Ravens. We'll have first-round action in Section 6 2A for volleyball as Pillager will be at Wadena Deer Creek, a 6:40 pregame on Cash 95.9. Again, stay up to date with our full broadcast schedule and more by going to rjbroadcasting.com as we'll get you scores, updates, and broadcast schedules, because we're going to be ebbing and flowing here these next couple of days as our teams go further in the postseason. We may lose a couple of teams here as we head into the second half of this week. Gobblers win here by the score of 14-0 to take down Rock Ridge. They're moving on to the section semifinals coming up here on Saturday. As we wrap things up here from Veterans Field tonight, I want to give a big thank you to everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Without your support, of course, we wouldn't be able to put on these broadcasts without our sponsors. You heard and saw some of our sponsors tonight. Be sure to thank our sponsors with your patronage, and always shop local here in the Brainerd Lakes area. As we wrap things up here, again from Veterans Field, a big thank you to Aitkin High School, Activities Director, that being Jason Klein, Superintendent Dan Stifter, the great staff here for the football team, the players that we've interviewed throughout the season as well, along with, Linfield Hines on the camera, Lance Bauman joining us here on color, whether it be on the radio or on the video. Without their help and support, I'd just be somebody just barking into the wind and just pretending that somebody's watching and listening. Jason Long on PA, all the great guys that have been up here in the broadcast booth that have allowed us to, kind of invade their space and make it worthwhile. And all you, the listeners and watchers at home, thank you again for tuning in. Again, we appreciate the support here with Homegrown Local Radio and YourLiveEvent.com. Well, as we finish things off here tonight, of course, Gobblers finish 14-0, the final score over Rock Ridge. Now 6-3 on the season, back-to-back wins, and looking for more coming up Saturday as they take on Pequot Lakes. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated here in the Brainerd Lakes area. Gobblers win 14-0. For those tuning in online at YourLiveEvent.com. Also listening on the airwaves of KKIN AM 930, FM translator 103.1. The Gobbler, as well as at YourLiveEvent.com and RJBroadcasting.com. Until next time, this is Paul Vold signing off from Veterans Field for the final time in the 2022 season. Thanks so much for tuning in as the Gobblers win tonight here on The Gobbler. YourLiveEvent.com. You have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night. Good night, everybody.